bunch of bad things and good things happen because of them.
They told you, they told you what happened. You didn't do bad things. You guys did all right things.
Well, we killed one of their guard dogs.
All right, let's. Oh man, I should log into Roll20. There we go. And
I, for some reason, save Altus.
Yeah.
All right, so we are officially live. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group C, Through the Heart. The second, I think what we said we were calling the campaigns now. Let's move this over here so I can see you guys. This is the second saga of the campaign, or the second book of the campaign, and chapter 4, probably. Yes, that's right. Okay, cool. So we have a full party tonight, which is for like the first time in a long time. It's super duper exciting. And, ooh, I should have probably checked if Taylor was here before we started. Oh, his mic lit up, like so probably so. Okay, cool. I didn't know if you're here or not. I just started the broadcast. All right.
I've been here the whole night.
Well, no, I didn't know if you AFK, Taylor. You were quiet. I missed you. Okay, so I'm gonna do the recap real quick, and then we'll get started because we're a little bit late, and I will handle this very quickly. It is the who knows what of who knows when. Time passes weirdly in Isildred. Before we get started tonight, D&D, it's a role-playing game. Everything we're doing unscripted, and is going to be happening randomly. No idea how the die are going to fall. And that's one of the joys of playing this game. We are playing in a setting called Ilderon. It is a homebrewed setting where gods and mortals walk the same plane. There is only one material plane and one spiritual plane. And then there's the concept of an afterlife called Providence that some people can go to. But other than that, there's nothing else. The plane is plane locked. People can't like plane shift as you'd imagine in like other D&D settings. There is a deity that watches over the like fabric of reality between the worlds. She is called the Gatekeeper. The group that we are joining tonight was doing a task for her and basically destroyed a den of doors that magically like broke the fabric of reality and was transporting people kind of in between these three realms of like Providence, the bridge, and the material plane. And when they destroyed that den, it kind of messed up how like trans-dimensional magic worked. And she sent the party home. But because the magic was all screwy, the party ended up landing someplace else. And they woke up in this decaying, destroyed city that is the remnants of another city from Ilderon that some powerful evil magic user just destroyed and launched into a demiplane. Isildred is hidden from the sights of gods and the sights of any powerful divination magic. It is a demiplane of its own conjuration, and the party got trapped here with no way to get back home, or no way that they know about to get back home, and they have been trying to find a way out of Isildred. So that's the group that we were traveling with. And last session, the party was following a guard for the Overlord of... was following a guard who serves the Overlord of Isildred. She is a young girl by the name of Galesina. And basically, she knew that there was a group of people in Isildred called the... she called them the Historians, that knew of the outside world's, the original world's existence and stories from it. The Overlord has been systematically hunting down people and destroying any remnants of the knowledge of the outside world or what happened in Isildred. This group is the last remaining strings that has that knowledge. She told the party that they had a way to get out of Isildred. And the party followed her to them, found out where their headquarters were, and snuck inside. When they got inside, they talked to the historians. They called themselves the Order of Galena, and then talking to the historians, they found out several key things. One, the historians do have a way to get back to Ilderon, but unfortunately they cannot use it. In order to survive in Isildrad, they made a contract with demons. If they ever step foot inside of Ilderon, the actual material plane, demons will take over their body, and they'll become vessels for those demons. The Order of Galena, any member of it. That said, though, in the exchange, in order for becoming for making that deal, they gain the ability to trap and siphon power off of a very powerful demon that has allowed them to survive outside of the Overlord's control inside of Isildrad. And the party found out they have a demon locked away in their headquarters underneath the area of the Rotwood, or underneath the area in town known as the Rotwood. The second thing the party found out is the scholars are guarded by a Death Knight named Alexin. And the Death Knight was a servant to a powerful mage by the name of Yissel. That's all they know about him. From there, the party was bargaining for one of the black candles of invocation that Alexin offered the scholars of the Order of Galena. And in exchange for the candle, the party is willing to give, or the historians are willing to give it to the party. But they want the prisoner that the Overlord is keeping below the Tower of Happiness. They think that the prisoner will be the first real bargaining chip that they'll have to blackmail him or gain any type of power inside of Isildrad, since they are cursed to give their bodies to demons if they ever leave. So this is their new home forever. And from there, the party agreed to break out the prisoner and give them to the scholars in exchange for the Black Candle of Invocation. The party went back to the Sodella Manor to find Netra waiting there. Oh, the other thing the party found out is that and around the outer reaches of Isildrad, these historians have put up almost randomly areas of anti-magic fields to dispel some of the just unstable arcane energy that causes time to pass randomly inside of Isildrad. That is why the party, while randomly walking around the outskirts of Kaelinfall Heights, randomly had all of their disenchantments disenspelled because they walked through one of them. The party went back to the Sodella Manor to reconvene with Netra, who was off of work. Netra let the party know that Lydia Solemn is inside of the Tower of Happiness. She is the prisoner, and she is less of a prisoner and more of a guest. There is no door on her cell. However, there is a powerful mage by the name of Sinifin constantly guarding her the area where she's being kept. Netra also informed the party that Lydia was brought here via request by a man by the name of Iman Solem, her father. We are picking up on the who knows what of who knows when right from that moment. And yeah, the party decided that they were going to have Netra try and schedule Sinifin to charm some people, and in between the shift change of Sinifin going to charm people and another mage coming to watch Lydia, smuggling her out of there. Icium was thinking about dimension dooring in and out of the Tower of Happiness, and no decision was made. So yeah, everybody is in the basement of the Sabella Manor, and some people are feeling hungry. Some people are feeling tired. Let's see who. But yeah, you guys can feel free to talk.
All right. Well, Dusty is actually going to go to a separate room in the manor, away from everyone else, with his alchemy kit. And I'm going to start doing the thing I told you about before the session.
Okay.
Are you using paper for any of this?
Not paper, no, but I'm taking that sack of drugs he gave me.
I'll be waiting.
Okay.
The basement's still filled with water, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm just gonna swim around.
But I have a question. We've been in the water quite a few times. Dusty, those drugs have entered your system a long time ago. Maybe all of our systems. You know what? Those elders might not even have been real.
No, trust me, I have a special plan, but basically, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, let me get into character. Listen, you hooligan! I have a plan! Alright?
Brandon, I'll be right back. You should sing that.
I
have a plan.
We will topple the regime!
The mages need to focus when they're, doing their magic, correct?
We'll give them ADHD. Sorry.
Wait,
so
your
I'm going
plan
to
is to
take
have
these
the
drugs.
mages drugged out of their minds?
That hopefully will be the end result. I'm basically going to make these into smoke bombs.
But what happens if we do that, and all these crazy charm people, they charm no more?
Will they even be as strong if you make them into a smoke bomb? Will they even be as powerful?
You know, I don't know, which is why I'm going to make a smaller test one, and one of you will be a volunteer. I'm not telling you who yet.
Oh.
Alright, real quick, while you guys are talking, Icium has no hunger. He is tired. Lumbergrats has no hunger. He is tired. Altus is hungry and tired.
I'm gonna hope that I have rations.
You know, we stole those transmutation books that told us how to make food.
Yeah. Dusty is hungry but not tired.
I'm going to.
Wait! I got that backwards. Dusty is not hungry, but he is tired.
Damn it.
Celebrus, he is AFK. I'll come back to him. Prene, Netra is hungry and tired.
But I was at work.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have food, don't they?
No, they don't have food.
What
They
type
have
of consequences
they pay
would
you.
there be if I were to? Oh, well, everyone's charmed. That's right. Oh,
I keep it open right here.
is there any way to do the transmutation spell en masse?
What do you mean? Like the spell that makes food?
Yes.
On yourself?
Oh,
No,
wait,
no,
question.
no,
Is
on
anyone
mouse.
good at magic? Because
Mass.
we also took.
I am a sorcerer. I am magic. I'm the most magical.
But I don't trust you.
I mean, I can purify food.
Look. You can.
I'm very hesitant to give
me.
Altus a magic scroll that we have no idea what it does.
So I'm just gonna read it out loud.
No, you're going to identify it.
Yeah, with my mouth out loud. I will. I can do detect magic, and I can find out what is on the scroll, and we can see where we can go from there with it.
Okay, now, Netra, I wanted to ask you, do you know of a place inside the Tower of Happiness that, like, is a broom closet, essentially? No one will be there. I could just try to jump in.
The only place you would be able to
the
get...
guards, spin the bottles.
The only place you would go to, because everywhere has guards, the only place that it would be safe for you to go to is the same floor that Lydia is on. And in that floor, there Are there any broom closets, Brandon? Like, I don't think I remember seeing. I just remember seeing that one.
Yeah. It's less of a closet and just like that's where people like come and pile stuff. There are crates to hide behind down there.
Yeah, but there's a pile of like just stuff that they have that they sort through.
I feel like this is a job for Dusty.
What are you planning to do? Because like it's hard to explain that there is so little space down there for you to be unseen. Even to talk to her, I had to go to a very there was a very small sort of.
I'll close.
I have the dimension door, and I've been in there. So my plan here is to see if I can dimension door near Lydia without being seen as just a test. Not to do the jailbreak right now, but a test. I have 3 slots, and I haven't used any of them, so I could definitely pop in, pop out, and then we could go to sleep.
So definitely don't take Rax with you.
I feel like, yeah, this is a job for me.
So you're looking for literally anything in the building, not just where Lydia.
Just anywhere in the building that I can get to see if I can dimension door inside the building.
I'm pretty sure Dusty already offered, like, beforehand that, like, he was willing to go scouting.
I say we send Dusty through the dimension door, just in case, because you're not invisible, he could be invisible.
Dusty would also probably have a better chance of knowing also, like, where the small place in that building, because, like, we wouldn't have been upstairs. We wouldn't have been anywhere.
All of the cool crevices you could fit in.
That's it. Because I'm just saying, like, on the floor that I saw with Lydia in it, not many places to go. If you're asking about the whole building, I haven't been to the whole building. Just where we work. And where we work, there's just that.
Okay, Dusty, how do you feel about me just teleporting you somewhere?
That's gonna cause so much panic if he gets seen.
Right, but he could make a stealth check before I teleport him.
But, like, you could also pop him in the middle of, like, 5 different... Like, it's... The chance is... Like, I'm just saying, like, the first floor where we work, that's easier to sort of sneak in. Everything else gets harder from there. And I'm not sure.
Teleport into the seawall.
Yeah. Just teleport him in the middle of the circle. Just teleport him right next to the mages.
Real quick, that scroll Dusty got, did he steal it from the Order of Galena?
Yes, he did.
Okay, and did he give it to Altus to read?
Not yet.
Okay.
I will,
debating it.
I mean, out of character, Jesus. I will, like I said, I can do detect magic on it and find out what it is. And then we can go from there. Probably not even that important. What if it's a listening scroll? What if they've been listening to us this entire time?
That would be interesting.
Also, just a heads up, Dimension Door only works on yourself and an additional willing creature.
Well, we got a willing creature, the half-man.
But you also have to go through it, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah. If my understanding of the spell is correct. Hint, hint, Brandon, tell me what I can do.
Dimension door? I don't think it is a go through. I think it's a teleport. Let us see real quick. Dimension door is on page 233 of the player's handbook. You teleport yourself and from your current location any spot. Yeah, you just blip out of existence and back in. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight downwards or upwards to the northeast at a 45-degree angle, you know, up to like 300 feet or anything like that. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity. The creature must be within 5 feet of you when you cast the spell. If you had arrived at a place already occupied by a creature or object, you and any creature traveling with you take 4d6 force damage and the spell fails to teleport you.
So my question here is, could I use that, but not teleport myself and teleport Dusty?
Let's see. No.
It says you can also bring a willing creature. So
yeah,
I was just wondering if, like...
Yeah,
you can bring a creature with you, but you have to still go.
The base effect of it is it teleports you. The additional option you have is to bring a creature with you. But I mean, you can just helicopter him in there, teleport him up, you know, drop him off, and then teleport out. I don't suggest that at all, but...
Sorry,
well, I mean, like, if anyone could probably get through that, it would be Dusty.
Hey, Anthony, real quick for Celebris. Celebris is hungry, he is not tired.
Okay.
I eat a ration, by the way.
I asked one of the party members for a ration, then.
Does
Here,
your
take
party
one
have
for
any
me.
food? Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, Altus gave away a fortune.
Well, like, we have a way to make more. We just have to learn how.
Anyways.
We need to give it out to the people.
No.
Are we
This
discussing...
is clearly for us. This is like our bargaining chips. Yeah,
Are
you
we
know how much
discussing
you've been
battle plans?
spending on, like, that stuff? Like, this is now our bargaining chip. We have unlimited bargaining chips.
Yeah, but why can't we just give them to the common people? What are we gonna
Because
bargain
we're
for them?
bastards, that's why.
You're a bastard! I push over stuff that's on a table while we're yelling this.
Yeah, Netra just hears upstairs her party, like, arguing, and she's just, like, swimming like a fish.
Netra's like, not my problem.
Well, water people for
Altus,
life.
can I borrow that guard's uniform?
I mean, we're not quite the same height, friend. Friend.
I mean, the uniform isn't tailored. It's a uniform.
How tall are you, Altus?
That's a good question. I don't think I ever wrote it down. I'm 6'1".
Altus is 5'8".
Oh, I did write it. Oh, damn! Look at our dungeon master knowing shit.
I know, right?
Who's the random dude in the corner?
That is, Icium.
He looks like Edward Elric with a guitar.
That's not an insult.
I didn't notice that. I've never seen
Don't shout factual statements at me like they're insults.
I never said it was an insult, it's just an observation. While we have our brains functioning for more than 5 minutes.
Okay, so before I actually go mess with chemicals, Dusty is going to sleep then if he's tired.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand over Dusty waiting for him to fall asleep.
Grax is also going to sleep. He's tired.
Alright, hold on,
I'm gonna
let's see.
sleep.
Anyways, we need to discuss where we're going to teleport to.
How about nowhere yet? Is there a spell shield around the Tower of Happiness?
A spell shield? What do you mean
That's
by
what
that?
I was gonna try to find out.
Something that blocks entry through magical means.
Yeah, you are not certain. Icium, that's one of the things Icium wanted to investigate before you guys enacted.
What if it's not just a spell
Yeah, that's why I'm suggesting we just jump in and jump out.
Well,
what happens if you jump in and it throws you inside of the sea?
Yeah, but if there's like some sort of additional part of that spell, like that, if somebody tries to enter, you redirect them to a jail cell or something. Like, you don't know. I'm sure they've taken well preparation to make sure nobody enters without their permission.
well, to be fair, I don't think they were expecting anyone with capabilities to get in there like that.
Yeah, every single mage that's here works for the Overlord.
But my
We're all
question,
smart people, though.
my question is more once we get the candle.
Well, the candle can only be blocked by divine will, so we'll definitely be able to escape from here.
Yes, but we need to know. We need to target a creature to teleport to. That's my question. Who?
Oh, we've got plenty of guild members that we
We
can.
don't know how much time has passed. Do we?
Oh, I would love to drop in on Carter.
But do we know how much time has passed? Do we know if they're still alive outside?
Oh, that bastard's definitely alive.
Yeah.
What
Carter's
if
still
it's been 50 years? What if it's been 100 years?
Carter. Dwarf, angry dwarf, old dwarf.
Yeah!
How do you know Carter?
We're his guild representatives.
Dear God, and he hasn't murdered all of you already?
He talks about that a lot, but he also kind of likes it when I burn all the stuff that they try and make him sign. So,
Wait, so does that mean you know Arabella and Pax?
Yes. Ooh, we could go to PAX.
That was
I love PAX.
that was actually an idea I was having. Pax is the one who helped me translate the notes that got me here.
Maybe like you can give him the mystery scroll and ask him what it is, or
Pax is a woman.
she, who?
Did you just assume her gender?
Yeah, I did. Go fuck yourself.
I would not mind seeing my old friend Pax again.
I would not mind being free of this hellhole. There are whores and money to be made.
I'm
Did
super
you just
down
say
to
there's
see
whores and
PAX.
money to be made?
Her and I, like, were kind of flirting before we left.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Arabella didn't murder you.
It was like a real
It
weird.
was actually
touchy
really
tense
nice
situation.
after I explained.
She wasn't.
What the hell did you guys do to these people?
Mentally
No,
broke them.
Apparently.
Pax
Over
was a
time.
good friend to us, and I thought she was cute, so I flirted with her. And Pax was down for going on a date, and then Arabella pulled me outside and explained to me that they were betrothed, and so then I apologized, because I just didn't know.
No,
But, like-
he
Arabella and Pax got married, huh? I knew they were dating and were an item, but I didn't know they had finally got married.
I don't know if they were married so much as promised to each other.
I think people are just nice to us because mass murder is like an everyday type deal for us.
Altus, if anyone is nice to you, it's so that way they can get close and break your neck.
That'll never happen. I'll remove my bones.
Well, if you're so sure that, why don't you go to sleep tonight? I'll keep watch.
Look, friend. There's no reason for infighting.
That was definitely a threat. That wasn't even.
That was majorly a threat. If you weren't so big and beefy and able to kill me without any problem, I definitely would have cast something on you.
My
Hey,
point
Brandon,
is,
I'm gonna need you to have Altus make a base intelligence check on whether or not he knows not to attack.
No, he's fine.
Would you be
We're all
glad I'm
dumb.
trying to sleep? Then I'm working with the drugs later.
I'm still standing over him, so I just like kind of lean down and go, "Shh, half man, just sleep now."
is it sad that the halfling saying he wants to sleep so he can work with drugs in the morning is not the weirdest thing I've heard today?
No, he said weirder things.
Wait, are we getting into the drug industry?
I am.
I died
I-
really fast in this.
So
Maybe we can rework this transmutation spell.
This
And
is
make
the
drugs.
this is the Breaking Bad sequel.
anyways,
What?
Breaking Bad 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
So is that our agreement then? We'll teleport over to PAX.
Yeah,
I'm fine, as long as it's not wet.
Just like, okay, seriously, I know you're excited, but I need personal space.
Now, here's something.
Lydia's like really useful at exposition dump. I'm pretty sure Lydia can tell us exactly where we need to go.
And pardon us of all of our sins.
Renalta couldn't pardon you of your sins.
Doesn't
Oh.
she hate you?
Ah, that's fine. I'll wait for Renal.
Anyways,
Better question is, better question, Altus, is there anyone in this world that doesn't hate you?
people that don't know
But
him.
he is not of this world anymore. He left me, so I forced 40 of his brethren to leave.
My question is, or my thought is, I should say, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't know if this body and this form will take hold in the material plane or not. So that's something we'll have to keep in mind too.
Okay, so if you're gonna go see that person, like, give them the magic. Honestly, like, I trust anyone more than Altus with this magic scroll.
I promise you, I'm just going to detect the magic. Sorry, I'm vaping. I'm just going to detect the magic. Go back to sleep.
I'm already asleep.
Not
Would you
correct.
guys like me to tell you who's tired and who's not?
You already
Am
did
I
that.
tired?
Altus is tired.
Everybody's tired.
Everybody is tired except for the second to last person. Who is that? Celebris is not tired, but Celebris can still benefit from a long rest if he wants.
Are we still in the basement with the water?
You guys have moved throughout the house. Dusty went upstairs. You guys went up there to talk with them. Netra's the only one who specified she's still downstairs swimming.
If you guys
Yeah, I'm
want
gonna
to
toss into the water.
if you guys want to get some rest, I'll take first watch. Don't worry, Altus. If I wanted you dead, I would have left you to the slime.
You don't need to, like, have a watch.
It's
Watch
it's
never
house
hurt.
watch.
As long
Well-
as you guys are in the basement and quiet, then, you know, this house is abandoned.
But it was also attacked by the Overlord before. People telling him that people are starting to go back inside the house might cause suspicion.
Yeah, especially if you guys are, like, moving around through the upper floors of it now. You
I
know...
sleep wherever.
So I would suggest we all
Dusty's,
go
like,
back to
literally
the
just on
basement.
the ground.
I would suggest we all go back down to the basement. Bunker down. And I'll take
But it's wet.
first
now.
watch.
I'm staying up here to sleep.
Why won't you leave me alone?
If you die, that's your prerogative.
I have Grax with me. I'm as safe as anyone here.
Grax is sound asleep.
I'm 1,000 actually the safest person.
Grax speaks the name Lil Heron in his sleep.
Oh, that's
Out
beautiful.
loud.
Oh no. Oh no.
Question,
I
does
see him.
Drax snore?
Is Grax sleeping downstairs in one of the hammocks?
Yes.
Okay.
I see him. If they want to sleep up here, let them. Shall we?
I'm actually gonna go and, like, is there, like, some sort of, like, cupboard close by?
Yes, you can.
I'll shove you into one of the wine racks.
I'm going to sleep in a cupboard.
Hey, look, a closet dwarf.
I'm not a
It's
dwarf.
house elf.
Roll me a stealth check with advantage when you go to sleep in the cupboard.
Oh.
Alright.
Why are you saying, "Oh no"? That's a good thing. Your
Sure it is.
tiny halfling is great at stealth. You rolled a 29. All right.
So who is he stealthing from?
Everyone.
He's
Everyone.
You all know that he's there, but he goes into the kitchen. You hear some cupboards shuffling, and then just like people, and then it shuts. You know, if anybody else was to come into the house, you know, nobody's gonna know to check the cupboards for Dusty. That's just to see, you know, like, is his foot hanging out? Did he fall asleep on the door and it's like leaning open or something? So.
I suggest we head back downstairs.
No one ever suspects the closet.
Alright, so the party takes a long rest.
When everyone starts to go to sleep, Celebris is going to try talking to the necklace.
Alright, what do
Now
you...
knowing what he knows.
What do you say to it?
Are you still alive in there?
You get no response. Is Alta sleeping upstairs? Mr. Hips.
Oh, by the way, somebody like this was that a joke? By the way, when it's like somebody said about remove curse.
What?
You
I
cut
remember
off.
something a long time ago about remove curse.
Yeah, you have that ability.
Yeah, but nobody asked about it, right? Or nobody like needs it.
No, we were joking around.
Well, no, people need it. I need it.
Oh yeah, you've got
Guys, lay on hands, and I have remove curse.
yeah,
I'm vulnerable to frost right now.
yeah, you've got several cursed party members, and they are cursed until dispelled.
So
Wait, who's cursed? I don't remember being cursed. Who was cursed?
you guys would have told me if you were cursed.
I don't remember if we were cursed.
The people the party knows are cursed. Celebris knows his soul is touched by Harith. He is permanently vulnerable to frost damage until the effect is removed. The other thing, Lathy, the blind girl,
Little girl.
told you she lost her sight not because she was born that way, but because her uncle took it away with a curse.
Oh, wait, I could. You guys need to tell me these things so I can take them away.
Yeah, the party knows that. They haven't shared it, but
No, here's the thing, Brandon.
Dusty wouldn't know this.
I
Dusty
see him.
joined them after.
yeah,
ICM, RX, and Altus know this. The rest of us have no idea.
yeah. Altus came up with.
Understand the nature of curses.
Altus and Icium came up with a solution that they could cure her with. Their solution was to kill her and reincarnate her, and hopefully she reincarnates into something humanoid.
You guys are awful.
Yeah, and that was her response of just like, no, I'd just much rather be blind. Because I've learned to adjust.
Sure you have. Dusty knows about the ball bearing.
The problem.
So, if
Also,
talking...
do we still care about her?
Who is she again?
if,
Oh my god.
talking to the necklace didn't work, Celebris,
Show it some skin.
half my body is exposed.
And you're very fit.
Shove it into your pants. Something.
And you're a very fit person. You should be very proud of that.
The top half
Maybe
and
it's
the bottom
like
half.
maybe it's rectal, like a thermometer.
What do you always say, Brandon? Cancerous?
Yes, horrifically so.
Celebris will, not seeing any other option, try pray into Renalta.
Okay, what's he say?
This was given to me. It's one of your servants.
Roll me a
Is there
religion
any-
check. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is there any way you can see or speak to me?
Roll me a religion check.
You won't want that.
You wait for probably about 3 minutes, and then the same thing. You just don't hear anything. Almost like, you know, well, I was gonna say it's chilling, but it's super chilling because you're vulnerable to emotional frost damage too. Feels like you're alone.
Because you are alone. No one
Did
cares.
you say he was vulnerable to emotional damage?
Emotional frost damage. The cold shoulder
Emotional frost damage?
the cold shoulder is extra effective against Celebris.
I left the real world for this. No. I already deal with this.
It figures another god would just that all of the gods would just ignore me.
Oh!
My god sleeps. My god sleeps. The one I've met is an asshole. And then this is the second time I've tried talking to you, Reynolta, and you just ignore me.
Something tells me he's not going to be a paladin later.
Well, regardless, you gave me this option, so just tell me what I should do next. Maybe.
Out of character, I'm just gonna say, she told me to burn my book, so I highly doubt anything she says is worth shit.
Your book is cursed, isn't it?
I don't know now! Never got to find out! I'm pretty sure it was cursed, actually. I really wanted to see where that was gonna go, and she's all like, burn your book. And I was like, alright, whatever then.
Alright, well, hearing no response and feeling no answers, Silbrus will just prop up and fall her head to sleep.
Who's watching now?
People are watching.
So is Alta sleeping upstairs?
Yeah, I guess I'm sleeping upstairs alone.
It's like, Dusty, make the drug. Where did Dusty go?
I'm with my wall.
I'm with water now.
You guys can go straight.
You cut out, Grenade.
No, no. I was gonna finish that sentence.
He was saying you guys can go to hell.
Yeet! Already there, friend. Isildred is shit.
Fair.
Like, you can go to hell. Where do you think we are?
Just so you know, Brennan, he's not on one of the hammocks. He's propped up by the door leading to the basement. So if he hears any movement...
I'm gonna need him to roll on how deep of a sleep he's in.
Alright, so everybody is taking a long rest, because everybody needs one, so I'm going to remove your long rest die, because I'm out of d20, and I need to roll them. Alright, so, that's, fantastic. That is fantastic. And Celebris, does he take, like, a long rest, after, like, 2 hours of watching?
If I don't, I'm gonna have problems later on. Yeah, I will take a long rest, but like I said, I'm gonna prop up by the door. So that way if anyone
Upstairs or in the basement?
By the door, in the basement, but by the, right next to the door.
Okay,
like on the stair.
And Bradley, where is Icium sleeping? Is he sleeping in a hammock downstairs?
Yes.
Alrighty. Okay, so, the 2 hours of, Celebris's, watch pass by uneventfully. After, Celebris's watch, everybody falls asleep, and I need to look at L something O.
17, by the way, Brandon.
Okay. So, we are going to go ahead and scroll through these for no reason.
No reason, eh?
Yeah, no reason at all. And... Okay, so, Icium, and Celebris. About 2 hours, 2 hours into Celebris sleeping, about 4 hours for Icium. Oh, there he is. About 4 hours for Icium. You guys hear the creaking of boards, and you hear the creaking of boards and the sound of just very slight footsteps, and then. Like, you just kind of, like, wake up and it's like, what is Altus doing up there? And then you hear a voice, and then a mummer of a voice respond to it. And if it is Altus, there's somebody else upstairs.
I'm dropping into stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I will also roll a stealth.
Okay.
Dusty's good where he's at.
Icium, give me yours with disadvantage. Celebris, go ahead and roll yours. Icium's jumping out of his hammock into the splooshin water. Celebris rolls a 19, and Celebris rolls a 19, and then Icium, what was his roll?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I'm having to play from my phone, so it's not as fast.
I find if you put your character sheet into another tab, it's a little easier.
Okay.
Like, you know how when you're on a computer, if you hit the button in the top corner of your character sheet, it puts it into a separate page?
Yeah.
If you do that on your phone, it puts it into another page, like tab on your phone. I've had much experience playing this game with Brandon on my phone.
Alright.
Actually, I could probably play on my phone. I'll be at my hotel tomorrow, so...
Did it roll both of those?
It did not yet, at least. I will, I can roll them for you if you'd like. And...
Yeah, go ahead and roll them.
Okay. Alright, with, they just rolled. Alright, so an 18 and a 19 for stealth. Alright, so, Celebris is going to, Icium does a great job stealthing, but, you know, that just jumping down and splashing into the water, if anybody could hear that, that would probably be what gave him away. Celebris, you know, is just ever so slightly, going to, creak open, the, door, and just look out at this, scene. You are going to see, let me see what this guy is wielding. Alright, here we go. He wields, okay, cool. And then, okay, so they both wield that. That's awesome. So you're going to see, this, Celebris is going to peek open this door, and he's going to see this, guard. He's seen him earlier. Wait, has he seen him earlier? No, you haven't seen this guy earlier. You're going to see this guard, and he has some sort of fire spawn with, like, you can see, the scales on his face kind of, like, just picking up the, faintest glimpses of, like, moonlight coming in from, like, the open door. He's got one hand forward on, like, over, Altus's neck, and another over Altus's, like, a hand clenched into a fist over Altus's head, and he is reared back. As you peek, peek through the doorway, let me. Celebris is going to be attacked with a surprise attack. It is going to be a 22 versus your AC.
That'll hit. Wow, they beat my passive, huh?
Alright, and you are going to take damage from a... Well, you know what? They are going to go with a flurry of blows. Give me a Constitution save against the first one. They don't care about killing you, but they are definitely using that stunning strike.
Oh!
Alright, the second one is going to be a 21 versus your AC, and they get one more. And the third one is a 24 versus your AC. Two more stunning strikes. Alright, you are stunned on the second one. The other one is going to attempt to subdue Altus. Altus is critically struck in the... I'm not going to roll the damage for Celebris because it doesn't matter. Well,
what do I do to these people?
So, sorry, would he have enough time to react to shout out or anything like that?
No, as soon as he peeks through, they rolled a 19 on their investigation check, a 14 on their stealth, that's why you heard them, and a 20 on their perception check looking for people.
Well, Brandon, if I knew they were there, wouldn't they get a surprise attack on me then?
You knew two were there. You saw one, the other one was hiding behind the door as soon as you opened it.
Did I see all this happen?
Yeah, so you, walking up the stairs, you're behind Celebris, and that was a ready action that went off on their turn. It's not a surprise attack. So, you walking up the stairs, you're gonna see Celebris peek open into this door. Like, as he looks around, his eyes go wide, and then he turns, and this fist collides with his head. You know, Celebris stands up, another one to the, gut, and then a third one, and he just falls over limp, kind of leaning against the doorway. Doesn't look like he's dead, but he's definitely not conscious. There is a person stepping into the door frame, and yeah, the other action's about to go off on Altus. Geese?
Am I awake to help out or anything, or am I still...
Did you get my whisper, Brandon?
Yes, you do need to be able to see him,
Okay.
and for Icium, he can't see the creature yet. They're gonna step into your vision next turn, but they are aware of your presence.
I can't see the one who just hit the guy in front of me on the stairs?
No, he's on... So, you see the fist, but you don't see the person.
Am I able to scream?
Yeah, are you guys gonna shout to us, or
Altus
what?
isn't awake yet.
I thought I just got critically struck. I'm definitely awake.
You're about to get critically struck, but Icium might have a reaction to do before this round of stuff happens.
Wait, you're telling me that I can see their fist, but that doesn't count as them?
As a creature that you can see in range, it's so quick, you'd have to be able to cast that on a reaction. Like, it's just...
Yeah, that's a 1 minute cast time. Anyway.
Yeah. Alright.
You're not gonna get a chance to, like, completely cast that before they come after you. But can you shout to us? Oh, sorry.
Well, here's what you guys are gonna hear, because you're about to hear you're about to hear Altus shout if he doesn't get insta-shot. Alright.
If I die in my sleep, I'm gonna be so buttered.
Altus takes 17 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of necrotic damage. You were healed whatever Icium healed you for last session.
Yeah, he healed me to 10. He healed me to 10.
Alright.
Have I healed? Did I heal in my sleep?
No, you haven't completed the long rest yet.
Oh, I'm dead.
Well, that's cool because it's non-lethal damage. You are unconscious.
I was gonna put 0.1.
Can I cast Fear?
Yeah, at the top of the round, moving down the stairs, almost like a raid. Well, yeah, like a raider in the night. You are going to see the guard Feicho, the woman who has been complaining around one of the overlords, you know, like trusted guards. The one who's been complaining around the Tower of Happiness. She is moving down these stairs with a deadly precision. Well, no, she's not going to do that yet. She's going to capture Celebris because you gotta capture Celebris. Celebris, she's going to throw a net around Celebris, and she is also going to she's going to take a minute tying it closed as Celebris is up there at the top of the stairs. And that is going to be...
The end of her stun.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of her stun, but she is going to use Step of the Wind, dragging Celebris away from the doorway of the stairwell. At this point, Icium can roll initiative against them if he wants to, but he can assume that they'll either be back for him or they might be running off with your 2 party members.
Do I get to try to roll and
yes.
do things now?
You have an action if you want to resist.
Well, I'll resist.
Are we awake at all for this, or
I will use my axe.
No, this has happened silently. All right. You can roll me an attack roll against the net. I rolled them both initiative. Do
I roll initiative or no?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me initiative. They'll move against you. Because as soon as they see you struggling, they're going to be like, nah. How did you beat them for initiative?
How did they roll so poorly for initiative?
No, I'm sorry, they beat you. They're at 11. They have a higher modifier to their dex than you. They both rolled 6 and 6 on it. So it's beautiful.
I'm real knocked out, guys.
Alright, but do I get my... Once she moved, because she did her action, do I get my action to try to cut myself free?
Yes, you're moving on the same turn as her.
So as I said, called out.
She's going to move at the top of the round.
Well, she just had her action to move me, so...
No, that was the turn while you were stunned. And then, this is...
At the end of her turn, I would get back, wouldn't I? That's how Stunning Strike works.
Yeah, but that turn, you, for that 6 seconds, that whole 6 seconds, you were stunned. And then this next round is where everybody's kind of like snapping to.
I guess my question is, because she stunned me, and then on her next turn, she tied me up in a net.
Yes.
And then Step of the Wind to move me.
Yes.
So I would have been unstunned at that point.
Yes, and that was cinematic. So all of those actions were happening at the same time. That 6 seconds you spent stunned.
Alright.
You have your action now, and you are... It is Celebris, it is Icium. Alright, what is Icium doing at the top of the round? Altus can roll initiative too. Well, no, he can't. Altus can roll initiative. If somebody wakes him up, he'll be in it. Because he came to as the fist collided to his face. Otherwise, Altus wakes up in 3 hours.
I am going to cast.
Alright, Altus is at a 21.
I'm the prodigal son. Wake me up!
Wake me up before you
Wake
go.
us up!
Oh, I was gonna go wake me up inside!
You
I'm
can
gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Moving upstairs?
Yeah.
Alright, they roll a save against it. Your spell save, they rolled a 15 and an 11 before any modifiers. What are they rolling against?
Wisdom.
They have to hit a 17.
DC 17, good lord.
Wisdom too.
Yeah. That's crazy. Alright, so
do I have to roll that too? Because I'd probably be in the middle of it.
No. Oh yeah, you do have to roll it. Medavo is going to fail it, and Medavo's going to fail it, Celebris is going to fail it, and Feicho is going to pass it. Alright, that is Icium's turn. The casting of that hypnotic pattern, it has a somatic and material component, no verbal component. You can do it silently. Alright, I was going to roll the incantation wakes up your party, but it does not. It is Guard 1's turn. He is...
Can't I still say, like, 25 words?
You can. You didn't tell me you were saying words. Do you want to say something?
Everybody, get up! Help! There are intruders!
All right, the party can choose to roll initiative at the next round.
Can we roll for it now and just sort of add us next round?
Yeah. That's you roll now and you, get added next round.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
All right, Netra at that 1. Dusty here shouting. Lumbergrat's here shouting too. Do either of them want to roll into initiative? All right, Dusty at a 22. Dusty will be moving at the top of next round, and Lumbergrat's at a 15. You can choose if you want to go before or after Icium. Both of you can choose.
I guess it makes sense that I'm at the bottom floor, but still.
Go after I.
Alright, Lumbergrax goes after Icium, and Netra at that 1 is going to be beautiful. Alright, so, Guard 1 has failed the hypnotic pattern. He has fallen over on top of,
Altus?
Yeah, on Altus, and this sucks because she's now gonna have to use her action. So, he falls over on top of Altus as he is grabbing him, and the other guard is going to burn their action and shake him awake and say, Medavo, come on, let's go! We weren't even supposed to be attacking tonight. And Medavo is going to just kind of look lazily awake, and she is going to burn another key point for her Step of the Wind, and she's going to move 40 feet, dragging Celebris in this net. She is out of the door. Medavo is alone with the party. I'm going to exit her off of initiative. It is Celebris' turn. He is asleep. Let's see. While charmed, the creature.
Well, I'm not asleep. I'm incapacitated.
Yeah, you're incapacitated. All right.
And I can't. Am I out of the range of the spell?
Not at 120. Not yet.
Well, no, it's a 30-foot cube.
But would it, because he got moved, so would that make him out of the...
So...
would the action of moving him bring him awake?
No.
He's getting dragged.
Yeah, he's being dragged by this. He's incapacitated. He's not being directly affected of just, somebody shaking his mind back to consciousness. Of the spell, it takes the action, mechanically. Celebris is being dragged off. The cube is not what is keeping people hypnotized. It's the magic from seeing the cube. Let's see, the pattern appears... Yeah, because the pattern appears for a moment and then vanishes. Icium can choose to cancel concentration on the spell, and that would wake him up.
Yeah, if both of them are no longer affected by it, I would just drop it.
Okay. On Netra's turn, or rather it's the top of the round, you can cancel that. Lumbergrax enters the initiative. All the rest of the party enters initiative.
Alright. Dusty's turn.
Yeah, Dusty at 22.
Do I see, coming out of the cupboard, do I see the other guard who was there before?
Yeah, you see Medavo. You know this guy is one of the Overlord's, goons. And you know he is not to be trifled with. He is part of the guy's elite guards. But hey, I mean, you might have a rare opportunity to take him down alone. Medavo is in the center of the Sodella Manor, standing over the bloodstain where Magister Sodella was killed. Running out of the door is Fecho, dragging this Goliath of a man. Coming from the basement, you see Icium, who is looking in their direction. And then also Altus is knocked out unconscious on the floor underneath Medavo.
Kill them. Do it.
Well, wait? You said they were like carrying a guy. Like, can I see who it is?
They're they're dragging Celebris off.
Oh, I'm gonna throw a flashbang at the people who are dragging Celebris.
All right, they are from you. They're going to be 60 feet away. Or they're going to be 55 feet away.
Can I not get closer?
That shit.
Yeah, you can move 30 feet and then throw it out of the door.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a flashbang.
Okay, give me a an attack roll with an improvised ranged weapon.
Attack roll with an improvised ranged weapon.
Wait. Yeah, it's going to be a d20 plus your proficiency modifier plus your dexterity.
Oh, okay, this should be good then.
Or, wait, I don't think you get proficiency with improvised weapons unless you are a tavern brawler.
I am not, but hell, my dexterity is still really good, so... Let's see what happens.
Alright, believe!
Ooh. I would like to use my inspiration to reroll that.
Go ahead.
Better.
Alright, that 21 is going to land near her, and she is going to roll a Constitution save against it, putting up her arms at the last possible moment, and this thing just, like, as she's running, it just lands right next to her and just pop! And she shields her eyes from it.
But she drops Celebris?
I mean, she's still going to be able to pick them up and move them, but Celebris will have a chance to act.
Alright, I'm going to follow up with throwing in a smoke bomb.
Okay, do you have extra attack?
Well, I can use an item for free.
Yes, you're not going to be able to throw it, though.
Throwing it is counted as using an item.
You can interact with an item for free. It's actually an action to use object, but like opening a door, drawing a sword, knocking an arrow, anything like that is free. Pulling out a potion, but then actually using it is your action.
I'm pretty sure, like, using, say, like a bomb and throwing it is counted as just
Look at Alchemist Fire. Alchemist Fire is a Molotov cocktail. It takes an action to throw it. You have your bonus action or the rest of your movement. The options of the suggestions of interacting with a object are on page 190 of the player's handbook. Draw or sheath a sword, open or close a door, withdraw a potion from your backpack, pick up a drop axe, take a bauble from a table, remove a ring from your finger, stuff some food into your mouth, plant a banner in the ground, fish a few coins out of your belt pouch, drink all the ale in the tavern, throw a lever or a switch, pull a torch from a sconce, take a book from the shelf you can reach, extinguish a small flame, don a mask, pull the hood of your cloak up over your head, put your ear to a door, kick a small stone, turn a key in the lock, tap the floor with a 10-foot pole, hand an item to another creature.
Alright, I guess I'm going to throw up the cloak of my cow then, and then I'm going to shoot at her with my short bow.
Alright, and then the use object action is on page 193. I'm not going to read all of that on stream. Okay.
There's the short bow.
You don't have your attack action. Your action was throwing the flash grenade. That was a ranged attack you made at them. So, and I don't think rogues get extra attack this edition. But you can pull out your short bow and get it ready for next turn. Alright, so I wasn't planning on this taking more than a few rounds. So I'm drawing out the combat grid right now. But it is Altus's turn. He is unconscious. It is Icium's turn. Yeah, it's Icium's turn. He gets to do something. What does he want to do? Suggestion, what's he say?
Stop and answer our questions truthfully.
Alright, Madavo rolls a 14, plus his 4 wisdom modifier is going to put that in an 18. He is going to beat that save.
I am going to use my movement to get closer to them.
Okay.
While also using the bonus action to use Healing Word on Altus.
Okay, roll me a d4. Altus regains hit points. He's going to come alive. Madavo is directly above him. And Altus comes up with 4 HP. Looking up above him, Madavo has his fist still clenched towards the party. And he is going to... well, I mean...
Can I get a reaction?
You can use your reaction on anything that triggers your reaction. Shield, counterspell.
We can't see the turn order.
I don't have the turn order up. I have it on a sheet of paper.
Okay.
And he is going to look at the party and say, "Stop! I'll kill him! I swear on the 8 I will." As everybody gathers around him, he is going to take the dash action and sprint out the door. Altus gets a attack of opportunity if he is armed with anything. If he takes an unarmed strike, he will also trigger a attack of opportunity back at himself.
Can I dominate person?
That spell has a cast time of an action. You can't cast it as a reaction.
Basically, you can cast like a firebolt or something.
If you'd like to cast spells as a reaction in place of attacks of opportunity, you should consider picking up the Warcaster feat. It gives you the ability to do so.
Grapple.
Grapple.
I don't actually care about catching these guys. I just care about keeping our guy out of prison. There's other places we can go and hide.
I'm gonna grapple.
Okay, so that was a bad suggestion. Grapple. Substitutes.
You have to get up.
Yeah, substitutes an attack on your attack action. You can't grapple as a reaction. Need a feat.
Alright, fine.
You can really basically attack.
I'm gonna Scorching Ray.
Same thing. That's an action.
Firebolt.
Action. you can punch him. Unless you have a weapon equipped, you can attack with the weapon. If you choose to punch him, he can kick you in the face.
Wait, I have a dagger. I bury my dagger into his heels.
Alright, roll me an attack roll.
Alright, let's see, how do I, okay. No. I got this. There we go.
Alright, a 16 is not going to touch his AC. Just barely, like, missing his foot as he runs out of the building.
He's on the second floor, right?
No, Altus is on the first floor, I assume.
No, I'm on the second floor.
Oh, you're on the second floor? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I've been doing this combat as if this was happening on the first floor. So
I was the only one on the bottom floor. Then everybody was on the first floor. Then Altus was supposed to be
we can keep it as is if you guys would like. Otherwise, they would have taken Altus without anyone knowing.
They would have still heard them upstairs.
Yeah, but they would have been gone by the time you guys got up there.
Alright. So yeah, we can keep it as is then.
Keep it as is.
Alright.
Take them.
It's just like, yeah, we'll trade Altus for Celebris. No. So,
I tell you what.
Alright. So, yeah, that is Guard 2's turn. He's going to sprint out, moving 80 feet into the street. Looking back at his companion, and gosh, what is... I'm gonna roll him a die, and he's going to call back to her as like Celebris is waking up, and he's going to say, "Leave them. We know where they're staying at now. Let's rally the 8." and she is going to look back at Celebris. It is now her turn. So she has got a bunch of movement, and I'm gonna roll her an intelligence check. And yeah, she's gonna hiss at him, and she's gonna say,
Dusty's going to like throw up a middle finger from the other side of the door.
yeah, she's gonna burn another key point for her Step of the Wind, dash action as a bonus action, and she's going to move Celebris another 40 feet, dragging him, and she's going to whisper to him very silently and say, and she's going to say, if you move, I've got you marked. At my will, your heart could stop beating like that. You stay silent. And then she is going to burn her regular action and move another 40 feet as she double dashes. These monks are booking it out of here.
Jesus, what the hell is their movement speed if she can only move half her movement with me?
She dash actions for 80 feet of movement. Oh, I'm sorry, she moves 20 feet. She dash actions for 80 feet of movement, moves half her movement 40 feet away, tells you to keep quiet or else she'll explode your heart, and then she dash actions with her regular action, giving her an additional 40 feet of movement, and moves 20 feet. So in total, she has moved you 60 feet away from the party. Medavo sprinted 80 feet out of the room. They are both 60 feet away from Dusty.
Yeah, no, I can't keep up with that. I have a movement speed of 25.
They are going to run out of key points eventually.
I was going to say, like, because I can cast spells on them.
Yeah.
Because I haven't gone. It hasn't been my turn.
You have
right?
not. It is Celebris' turn. He is being dragged through the rain in the muddy streets of Calcrest as these two... Is it the night? Who knows? What time is it anyways? As these two monks are arguing. He is in a mesh wired, metal wired net. And he took one good clock to the face pretty hard. I'm going to roll the damage he took from her, just, you know, while you decide what you want to do, so I can give it to you. You can come up with your action. This was the 3 attacks from earlier.
Oh no, I've already got my actions decided.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Oh, first I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, yeah, it's Lumagrax's turn. What's Grax
Grax should
want to do?
have gone way before any of this happened.
You, Lumagrax can get up, moving his full movement through the water, gets him onto the stairs behind the door. He's either got to dash, or action surge, and well, I mean, he's got a dash if he wants to get up the stairs. The water is difficult terrain, and the stairs are too.
Okay, so I dash to get to the action.
Yeah, you see the scene before. Medavo is standing above a unconscious Altus, threatens to kill him, and he looks like he's about to run out.
I don't care about actually capturing them. I just don't want them to run off with our dude.
Yeah.
Can I dash and lightning breath?
Lightning breath is an action. You have to action surge.
I don't want to do that just yet. I'll wait for my next turn.
Okay. Then the last turn happens. It's something to remind me. Yeah, so running out of the door. Yeah, that scene happens. Netra is awake. Netra can move through the water. She has a swim speed that is easy for her.
Well, so don't I still get my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Celebris. Yeah, Celebris gets his turn. Oh, that damage real quick. Let me give that to you before you rage. You take plus 5 on this is going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage, plus 3 points of necrotic damage. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage plus 1 point of necrotic damage. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage plus 4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so that was 14 plus 12 plus 10. Plus how much necrotic?
The total for the necrotic damage is going to be 8 points of necrotic damage.
Alright. So... And we didn't heal between this and the fight with the jellies, right?
You did not.
Okay. So yes, I bonus action rage.
Okay.
I'm going to...
I think rage is a free action.
No, it's a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
I wish it was a free action.
Would be nice.
I'm going to try to cut the rope with my axe. Or cut the net with my axe.
Okay, roll me an attack roll against it. Alright, that 15 hits it. Roll damage.
It's 15 because...
Okay, you cut the net, and your axe is slashing damage.
Yep. I will use
Nets
half my move.
Are such a bad item, man. Alright.
I will use
Go ahead.
half my movement to stand up.
Alright, you've got what, 45? Or you've got 25 movement left?
20.
20, okay.
You like stunning people? I can do that trick too.
Ah,
And
she looks back behind her as you say that.
Unarmed strike.
Alright. And that 17 is going to touch her AC.
Alright, so I will use a key point to stun.
And she rolls against that. It is going to be 15, plus her modifier is going to be a 17 versus your DC.
That's probably going to pass it, I don't think. Because it's a... how's it calculated again? It is... I'm pretty sure she'll pass without an issue.
It is 8 plus your wisdom modifier, plus your proficiency bonus. So, at this level, your proficiency...
It'd be a 15.
A 15? So. Okay, she passes that, just like barely catching this punch, like as you go, same thing, like putting up her arm, she takes it, and then, you know, like you go aim for her vitals, but her elbow kind of catches it. Still hurts like a mother, but, you know.
And clock her for 9 damage.
Alright, she takes the 9 damage. That is your action. Do you want to use the rest of your movement to run away?
Yeah, I'll use the rest of my movement to head back towards the group. Since I used a unarmed strike in my attack action,
okay,
my agile parry kicks in, and I have +2 to my AC till my next turn.
Alright, she's going to try and kick your leg out from underneath you. She rolls a nat 1. Just like the horriblest display of like, she just kind of a yelp of, ah! Puts up her arm, catches the blow, and like blindly tries to kick back at you.
Oh, and because I hit her while I'm raging, Astral Protectors is on her.
So she has to hit you if she wants to do anything. Great. Alright. Yeah, that is your turn. She continues... Well, yeah. It's Netra's turn at the bottom of the round.
Yeah, so I'd move 20 feet back towards the group.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna swim up to the stairs, or however much, and then just sort of... The door is open, right? They ran out the front door?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna swim up, and because the basement, like, reaches the
Yeah,
door, right?
so you have the movement moving through. The stairs are difficult terrain for you, but the water is not. So you have the movement to get to the top of the stairs. You see everybody in this room looking out the door. And the distance out the door, you see Celebris and the two monks kind of like sparring at it. Celebris is running back towards the party.
Okay, so I saw my base movement, right? Like my 30
Yes.
walking. So I'm gonna run out the door a little bit. And how far away are they from the door? The monk, the enemy monk.
The enemy monk is 60 feet out of the doorway.
Okay, I can't see their face,
yeah,
right?
You don't have the movement to get to the doorway. They are 75 feet away from Netra.
Oh no, I don't need to catch them. I just need to be within range of one of my spells.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're 75. You get to the top of the stairwell, looking at the room of the scene that's going on up here. They are 75 feet straight out the doorway down the street.
I don't have 15-minute base movement.
No, it's 15 feet moving to the stairs from the water. Then the stairs are difficult terrain, moving 10 feet up. It takes double movement to get up them. You are not only going forward, you're ascending. You do, however, get to the top of the stairs and into the first room.
I can't see their face though, right?
Yeah, their backs are turned to you.
Okay. I'm gonna cast... So...
Alright, you cut off on me? What are you casting?
Because whole person is 60 feet.
Yes.
So I can't get within 60... Because, like, 30... I thought the stairs were covered in water a little bit. That's why I thought I could swim up the stairs and then run. I'll
say yes to that. Of like, they would have been the first like 5 feet of them. So you would have an additional 10 feet of movement. An additional 10 feet of movement gets you within 65 feet of them. If they turn back to attack Celebris, you can ready an action to cast Hold Person on them.
Alright, I'll ready to cast Hold Person.
Alright,
They can't tell who I am from this distance, right? If I can't see them, they can't see me.
Yeah, most vision is about 60 feet of, like, good perception, and in anything over 60 feet, you have to make an active perception check.
No, they can't see Dusty's face because of the hood, right?
Presumably. But I mean...
Flashbang and hood?
They definitely were doing some investigation while they were here. That is Netra's turn. It is Dusty's turn at 22. Your barbarian has kicked away from them and is running back towards the party.
Alright, I'm going to rush forward, and I'm going to try to throw a smoke bomb behind our barbarian friend. Okay,
it is an action to throw that.
Alright,
you can do so. Roll me a attack roll, just a d20, flat d20, just to make sure you don't nat 1 it. Other than that, yeah, that's going to go off. That's going to give him...
Do I not get my +4 dexterity?
Yeah, you do get your +4, but on attack rolls this edition are the only thing that have...
it's not a 1.
Yeah, that have auto successes and auto crit, or auto failures. 1s are automatic failures, and 20s are automatic successes. Alright, so yeah, you're going to throw this. Celebris is going to get partial cover from any range attacks. His AC increases by 2, and he gets +2 to any dexterity saving throw he has to make from effects against them.
Alright, and then I'm actually going to, like, we just need to go.
Alright, they are going to be looking back. It is Altus's turn. Altus is awake. There was a man above him, and then he threatened to kill him and then ran out the door.
Wait, wasn't I going before Altus?
No, Altus rolled a 21. He entered initiative later than you.
Is anyone directly visible to me?
If you go to the doorway, you can see, you have the movement to get to the doorway. You can see the monks are 60 feet off in the distance.
I know I'm not a half man, so I can't be yeeted at them.
I mean, most of your spells have a range of about 120 feet.
I need to know the range of dominate my person. I'm just gonna click it open. Oh, no, that does a roll?
Hold on here. I can look at it for you. I've got your sheet up. It is 60 feet.
Oh, joyous day.
All right, you're going to walk and try and dominate one of them?
Yeah.
Which one are you targeting, Fecho or Medavo?
The one that punched me in the face, Medavo.
All right, he rolls a 16 versus your spell save DC. If it's Wisdom, he's got a +4 to it. Let's see. Wisdom. He rolls a 20 against your save. I'm
gonna shoot him in the fucking ankles.
All right, that is going to take a bonus action or your next turn's action. That is your action. You move through the doorway. I'm not even bothering drawing this out. I was about to, but they're about to exit initiative. All right, so let me go back here. You move to the doorway. You cast that. Lumigrax has an action, and Icium has an action before they get away. What's Icium want to do?
I'm going to cast Suggestion again.
Okay.
But I'm also going to use Cutting Words.
All right. They are... what spell slot are you casting it on, and who are you casting it at?
Can Suggestion be cast at a higher spell slot?
I think if you cast it at a higher level spell slot, you can target multiple people. We'll double check for you.
I'll burn a 5th level slot if I can hit both of them.
Okay, Suggestion. No, it cannot. You are correct. Sorry about that. Alright, so one creature, Medavo or Fecho?
Medavo.
Alright. He rolls... I was just going to roll them both together. He rolls an 8. And that is going to be a... what are you suggesting? And that's also going to be a 12 against your spell save.
Stop and talk to us and answer our questions honestly.
All right. Let's see. Suggested. Okay. He is going to stop. And he's going to look back at you. Yeah, that's going to... And God, does she have to burn her action again to knock this guy out of this suggestion? At this point, you know what? Screw Medavo. And she is going to... she's going to continue running. Medavo is going to wait. He holds his action, moving down in the initiative order. Fecho exits. Real quick, what is Celebrus's HP at? Because she would see if he's bloodied or not. I'm pulling up your sheet.
He's bloodied.
He is bloodied. At 63 hit points, he's bloodied?
No, that's how much damage I've taken. I do it backwards.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright, she's gonna roll another morality die. And she is going to say... oh, wait, I didn't set the parameters. The higher she cares about herself, the lower she cares about Medavo. She rolled a 15, and she's going to book it out of here.
Bye, Medavo.
And, yeah, she uses a dash action, sprinting 20 feet, or 20 feet, 80 feet. She has exited initiative. It is the party's turn. Medavo is it is Celebrus' turn. Medavo has stopped and he is looking at Celebrus through the smoke. Dusty is next to you, saying, "Come on, let's go."
Are we okay?
Mm-hmm.
Celebrus is super pissed right now.
Don't hit him. I'm going to turn him into an ally. Don't hit him.
I call what ends him.
Just like...
Until then, let's question away.
If you're following me, then let's go. And Celebrus will use his 40 feet to get back to the group.
Okay, if we're out of initiative now, it's like, we need to leave now.
I will use 1 minute to cast Modify Memory, and I will do that on the move.
Alright.
I have been out of character real quick for ICO. Are you able to use cutting words on any of my actions?
Yes, I can use cutting words as a reaction on anyone to...
So you can use it as a reaction and still use an action behind that?
Yes.
When I cast my thing, will you do a bardic inspiration as well as a, cutting words?
I can't do both. It's
All
a
right,
reaction.
okay.
I only get one per turn.
But
I'm about to cast Modify Memory on.
You cast Modify Memory on him. As you do, your concentration is going to lapse on suggestion, and he is going to pass
He's surrounded by the party.
He's not surrounded by the party. This is happening, if everybody's, well, so here's what, can happen. So he's still moving in initiative order. Celebrus moves back to the party. Netra comes outside. Then, Dusty, can surround him. Netra doesn't have the, movement to get in range of him. Netra would be 5 feet in front of him.
Wait, we can solve this.
Everyone.
Bardic, use your Bardic Inspiration on me, I'll dominate his mind. So that way, we still have it.
And wouldn't it be better to use cutting words on him, because then he rolls lower on the dice?
Sorry, yeah. Do cutting words on me, I'll dominate his mind, and that'll make this easy.
Altus can move outside around him. And if you want to make that plan with Icium, Icium doesn't have his reaction yet to do that until his turn comes back around.
Are we still on initiative?
We are on initiative order. He is not friendly. He is holding his action.
Is Grax close enough to grapple him? Because we really only need somebody to hold him.
I don't know, am I?
Lumbergrax can get in range to grapple him. If you dash action, you will...
I can hold him.
Yeah.
I can literally just cast Hold Person.
Do that!
Alright, he is going to roll against Hold Person if Netra casts that on her turn.
1 second, sorry.
He rolls a 15 against your spell save. I am pulling up Netra's character sheet. He is going to beat your Hold Person.
I have 14 DC.
Yeah. everybody is going to... that was his checkup there, the 11 plus 4. So Netra moves forward. Netra's 30 feet from him. If Dusty wants to move around him, Dusty can. Altus can move within.
I'm not gonna move that close to him. I want to stay a little bit like.
I'm gonna move into range.
I'm basically going to get in so that I could use a sneak attack if he tries anything.
I'm not going to drop concentration on suggestion until he's subdued.
Okay, the modified memory is casting on your turn because that was the action you told me, and I've already rolled against it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get into range of ICM to relay the information that we talked about outside the center.
Okay. I would suggest as a dungeon master to ready your spell as a reaction if the modified memory fails.
I will do so. I will ready dominate person.
Alright. Alright, so Icium's turn goes off. He modifies he drops suggestion and casts modify person or modify memory.
And I use cutting words. Because my reaction's back.
Okay. On that, roll the D8. Or is it a D6? I think it's a D8 now.
What level of bard is he?
Should be 10. Or 9.
Minus 6.
Oof. Alright, so he rolled a 19 against that. He's going to fail that check.
Yay!
Alright, so he is charmed, and under modify...
I'm going to change his memories to make it so that the two members of the party who have been here forever...
Okay.
They saved his life during the fall of the city.
He does have advantage on that save. So
like Dusty, like memory of like Dusty saving his life. Like wow, all right.
That's my bad on that. He does have advantage. I just rolled the first one. The second one is a 17 plus 4 is 21 minus 6 is
15. He still
15.
fails.
He fails.
He still fails.
Wow.
So,
we're friends now.
Dusty and Netra saved his life in the fall of the city.
Okay.
And he swore to always protect them no matter what. And no matter from whom. And he has been helping our party while we've been here and has promised his allegiance to us. And I insert fond memories of each of us, basically guaranteeing his allegiance.
Is this something that a bunch of bastards
Can you modify his memory to love me?
This feels like something a bunch of bastards would do.
I also modify his memory to make him fall in love with Altus.
Fuck off.
Romantic love specifically.
New Hilfred!
That's a bit far.
That's a bit too far. Let's scale back.
Okay. So, for modified memory, you can only affect memories that have happened in the past 10 minutes. You need to cast it. Yeah, you need to cast it in a 9th level spell slot to alter any memory. To alter memories in the past year, it's a 8th level spell. 30 days ago, 7th level. 7 days ago, 6th level.
Wait, I have an idea.
So in the last 10 minutes, he was attacked by the guards. What's your idea, Tracy?
Me and you stay behind with him since we with this done, and we can get some information out of him real quick.
I would have to say, like, maybe change it to that, like,
So that facial, like, dish
last 10 minutes. We can just do the exact same thing, but have all of that happen in the past 10 minutes.
Well, no, we can have it that, like, that Feicho, like, was about to turn on him because she wanted the glory of capturing this guy. And so
And in exchange,
I
he's
don't
so
think
grateful
that's
to
a-
us. He's going to tell us what the point of, like, the reason he's here.
Yeah, I'm
Or
going
the
to give you guys 5 minutes to discuss this. Modify memory only lasts for a minute before he snaps out of this.
Let's at least make it so he thinks we just saved his life from his partner.
Yeah, we just
tried
saved
to
his
kill
life
him.
from the other
And
guard.
maybe instead of being loyal, he's willing to let us go and tell us the reason they were there.
yeah.
I want revenge.
That is super simple. Revenge comes
Yeah.
later. Information and moving the fuck out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I changed it that we saved his life from his partner who just came to kill us. And,
She attacked him, like, she tried to leave him behind and, like, have him be killed by us. So that she would get credit for...
Alright, that, it is going to be, like, wearing off, and,
let me finish,
Like, no, that's what we're doing.
He made the agreement with us that he would let us go and not telling anyone any information about us, and he would actually give us some information for saving his life.
Like,
Or
what they were doing, what they were planning on doing here, specifically. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I haven't killed people in a long time.
okay,
Like, deal with it, Altus, alright? We're kind of in a hurry. We don't have all the time in the world here.
so he is going, this modified memory is going to, kind of, like, fade off of him, and, moving, back into initiative order.
What do you mean it fades off of him? We just told you what we were doing.
Yeah, modified memory lasts for a minute. For that minute, you can try
Modified
and...
memory takes a minute to have it happen, but, like, after that, the effects are there.
Yeah, so you can talk to him for 1 minute trying to input these memories. This, like, you're whispering in his ear, putting all these memories in. So while the party's sitting here debating this, he's just a thrall that's, like, standing there incapacitated. After that minute of you guys, like, putting in these memories, modified memory is keeping him incapacitated. It wears off, and he can now move regularly.
But he doesn't get his true memory. Yeah. So his true memory doesn't come back, though, unless it's a remove curse or greater restoration.
Yes. So
he still thinks of, he still has those memories, and he still, like, will think that he agreed to give us.
I understand what you guys are saying. I'm telling you what's happening. So, the modified memory wears off. He takes his held action in initiative, and he is going to look around at the party, horrified, scared, and run off away from the party. He flees.
So, modified memory did not work then?
He does not understand everything that just happened. His greatest friend in the world just betrayed him.
Okay, you know what? That's a reasonable reaction. Okay. All right, all right, everyone. Don't know what the fuck's going on. We're going now. By the way, I'm not Dusty. I'm Rico Rodriguez. Okay, and we are getting the fuck out of here. Everyone into the sewer.
All right.
Eat his own hands.
I think we need to come up with a secondary plan to break out Lydia, because I feel like this accelerates her danger.
They're not aware. As far as we know, they're not aware. This is a separate event, but I think we've gotten a little too comfortable in this place.
Definitely. 2 nights.
Netra, were you making sure you weren't followed back from your job every day since they knew that, like, we knew each other? Can I get an insight check on that to, like, see if that's what I think happened?
Go ahead. Oh,
well,
I have to roll that for you, don't I? That insight is... Oh, I'll take your roll. That insight's going to be a 23, trying to piece together, like, what happened. Callanfall Heights, probably the most, probably like the most traveled area of the city, is where you guys are at. There is sludge in the street, there's rain, there's mud. This house is consistently unused, but constantly coming here, they probably just saw that somebody was staying here, much like Galcina did. Like either footprints leading into the house, the tracks on it, or just generally doing some investigation work.
So, yeah, we've gotten too comfortable here.
Gotcha. Let's move on. I hop into the sewer behind Dusty.
Netra,
What?
if you would be so kind. They kind of beat the shit out of me a second ago.
I'm gonna cast.
Do that in the sewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that in the sewer.
Just like in the sewer first. It's not safe here.
All right.
Got found out.
Going into the sewer. Yeah, you guys can go anywhere you want in the town. There's a whole under system to this area.
All right. I want a safe house. Using Dusty's information of the town, it's like where would a safe house be that is not too far from the Tower of Happiness, but like isn't close to where we were just found out? Because like we're about to do a break-in, and I want to.
There's going to be a set of there's going to be a sewers that leads underneath Executioner's Square. If it is safe, I'm going to roll you a percentage die. You are going to know that the Overlord's people know about it, but normally don't travel it. They don't really have a reason to. But mostly, and that's probably going to be like one of the grimiest places in the city, as the most refuse and stuff is going to be coming from the central tower. And Executioner Square, with all the dead bodies and corpses being discarded and thrown down here.
Alright.
I'm
going to mention this place and go like, do we want to try here or do we want to go further?
The outskirts of the town are going to be the safest areas, much like how the historians are living.
I would recommend that we go for somewhere that we know is going to be safe for now, and we can always use the sewer to travel back near here, and near the Tower of Happiness. But right now, safety is our prime concern so that we can actually rest.
Is there a sewer underneath the Tower of Happiness?
There is. The Tower of Happiness is in the central of Executioner Square.
Well, that might be an actual way we get into the tower then.
They would have had a way to block us from getting it like that way, right? Again, this is a pretty important place. I'm sure they would have done their due diligence in protecting it.
My argument for that would be they don't have anyone here that has the ability to oppose them.
Well, there have been people who tried to oppose them, for instance, the place where we were just staying at.
And they consistently have to charm people again because people fall out, start to resist. Otherwise, there would be no reason for a charm. Hell, me and Dusty wouldn't even be talking to you if there were no people resisting. Maybe not on the scale, but they should have expected some resistance, and that alone.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the outskirts. I want to go to the outskirts, like away from where. Maybe like the outskirts, like where the original sundering happened. Not a lot of people are there anyway.
Okay. And so the person entered the side of town known as the Rotwood now. You can go there if you want. The Rotwood's super abandoned, but you can also go to the edge of the Callanfall Heights. you would know there is an outlet of the sewers that poured down into the lake below, but now it just pours into the sea shield. It is a desolate passage.
Let's go with that one.
Okay. All right.
I want to stay away from the historians. I don't feel like they'd appreciate it if we brought some heat onto them.
So, if you were to think of Isildred as a grid like this, you are in the furthest possible section of the Callanfall Heights. From here, yeah, you guys can finish resting out the night if you want. The sea shield is raging just on the other side of this pipe. Maybe 10 feet away, you can stick your hand out like through here, and the water is rushing upwards, cutting off, the rest of this passage. It is just a large cylinder of a pipe that you guys are sleeping in.
It's like we can still, like, the water we feel if we shake your hands, like, that's still like seawater, right? That's different than the water that was in the house, right?
Are you talking about the sea shield or the sewer?
The sea shield. It would have been different than the water in the house, right? So I'm like...
Yeah, the sea shield is different than the water in the house. If you push past the sea shield, people die.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, I'm just gonna, like, from my hands, like, just feel the water again, because it feels different. It feels like normal.
It does not
like
feel
seawater,
normal. It feels...
Oh, okay.
It is definitely arcane.
Okay.
It almost feels like... I guess if Netra has some innate connection with water, it almost feels like sadness. Like, tears.
Alright. Yeah, then I don't do that, I guess.
Yeah.
But talking to Celebris, like, you want me to heal you, but if we're gonna take a long rest. But do you have any...
Just, like, sleep it off, man. Sleep it off.
And then I'm gonna say, like, do you have any other ailments that you would like me to, like, fix? And that goes for the rest of you. Because you may not get a chance like this again.
Well, when I fought the Harith, she cursed me. Cursed my soul, apparently. Makes it so ice damage is extremely effective against me. Not to mention the monk claimed that she did something that could blow up my heart. Now I know from my training that that is a possibility, but I don't feel she was strong enough to do it. But it is a precaution that we should be aware of.
Alright, well then I'll use, like, my lay on hands. I have a pool of 50 HP, but, like, I'm gonna use 5 to cure any sort of disease amongst them. You should be glad that we're not in a mountain area, else the frost might be a bigger concern. And then I'm gonna ask everybody else, does anybody else have anything that they would like me to,
I don't know if it's something you can help with, but apparently I've been resurrected, and I don't recall that.
I don't know if I can... I mean, that wouldn't even be...
I don't know if it's something that can be helped, but if anyone can help with that...
I wouldn't be able to help with that. Do you have any... Unless you have any ailments caused by it, but do you feel as if you've been resurrected, not quite whole?
No. But the Goddess of Death gave us all these rad tattoos, and mine says I've been resurrected. But no, I feel fine.
If it's a god that did it, then would anything that might happen from it, I definitely won't be able to fix. But it's good to note that at least. And yeah, I'm just gonna... I guess we're all just gonna rest now.
Brandon, just so...
Yes.
Did the lay on hands cure the curse or no?
If I use 5 HP, I can cure a disease.
Yeah, it can't cure curses.
At higher levels it can.
Yeah, I don't know if Netra has that. I'll look it up. But yeah, for
I want to say it's like around level 15. It's not.
yeah, for
Okay.
now use. I mean, when
I'll just use my
whenever-
remove curse spell. I just didn't want to, just because that's something that you can. So I'll just use a spell slot then, because I didn't like. I was gonna, because we're gonna rest anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, removing the curse, the wind no longer causes Celebrus to shiver. All right. The party spends the rest of the night sleeping, and roll you one more event die. You're good. Awesome. All right. So
Curse your event die.
yeah. Top of the morning. Wow. Look at this. 18, 17, 18, 11, 18, 14. Nobody feels hungry. At the top of the, what is this? There's no sun, there's no candle, there's no anything, there's just dim light coming off of the sea shield, and it's wet, and it's cold, and it smells bad, and you're cramped, and you're on a, I can keep going, but, yes, you guys wake up in the sewers.
I just realized I really want to go home.
And this is how I felt ever since this happened.
Wait,
At
you
this
just
point-
realized that?
No, I'm being sarcastic, dumbass.
At this point for us, this is home.
Why do you think I'm
Unfortunately.
doing all I can to get out of here?
I
Anyway,
don't
time to start working the drugs.
Sarcasm wasn't one of the languages I picked up. I apologize.
I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell Dusty. I don't think you'll find it be a very successful adventure. You already know that.
Dusty.
I'm gonna continue working the
Let's
drugs.
just get high.
All right. Yeah.
If all else fails, we'll at least have fun with them.
Yeah. Dusty's
So
able
what is-
to finish his drug bomb.
Was I able to make the desired bomb?
Yes, you are.
Is it a
It does
drug
work.
bomb?
Yeah.
I made a drug bomb.
Half-
It works.
You can consider half of your drugs spent.
Okay.
Dusty, we are making a business when we get back.
And it's like, here, take some of the unfinished ones, and it's like, now for consumption.
I'd rather you not if we need to move today.
He says as Altus and Dusty are knee deep in drugs.
Wait, do you
I've
guys?
been wearing this like cloth bandana to protect me, so I wouldn't get high while making this, but now it's like,
You guys are both doing drugs?
yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're not aware of what you have in here. You've got some bits of roots, you've got some dust, some powder, you've definitely got some crushed dried things that are smokable.
Well, I feel like
or
I should know them.
insect-
I just
like we could do a mix of them. Hail Mary.
Yeah, go ahead. I rolled you guys Constitution saves. Would you like to roll Constitution saves, or you can just go at my rolls?
I'm just gonna go with your roll. See what happens.
I'm gonna take this gamble.
All right. So, yeah, Dusty and
Altus rolled his own and roll 20.
okay, yeah, Dusty is going to start, like, he's made this bomb, and it's celebration time, and whatever this stuff is that Altus gave you, like, some of these are really powerful, and you just
Just
feel
like, man, he got the good stuff.
lucid. For Altus, is he supposed to chew this? Because, god, that's bitter. It doesn't taste good. This isn't working. He doesn't feel very...
I
Like,
licked
Dusty
a
like put it
skull.
in water and drank it.
Yeah. Altus can take another hit of something at random. But Dusty hears the call of the goddess Aulilia. Infinite in form appears to him, like taking Altus's face, emerging from it, and just expanding, and becoming the horizon that is down here in this sewer system.
The fuck? I'm not religious.
And she looks down at you and says, "Dusty, I require socks. Do my bidding."
Who the fuck are you? I don't give socks to anyone. They're mine, bitch. I'll fight you for it.
We're all just standing here watching.
Does he get a point in Paladin for this?
Yeah. Dusty starts arguing with Altus. Altus doesn't feel very high, but Dusty starts cursing him out and calling him a bitch. So.
Netra, Isia, would you be objective to me throwing your friends out of the shield?
Despite his outward sort of behavior, I would find it a little bit bad to just throw him out like that.
Altus is not high. He's fine.
Altus is sad. Just nothing can help him escape the pain.
Meanwhile, Dusty's having one weird trip.
You've had one weird trip this entire time in the initial trip. Like you've never not had
This is
fun.
all pretty normal.
Yeah, like you've never not had fun.
Netra, do you?
That is true. I always have fun, but I'm having a lot of fun right now.
Netra, do you know how to navigate these tunnels?
Not quite as well as our friend here.
He's fine. He's fine. Just look.
Bitch, I said stay away from my socks!
Dusty, I just look.
Dusty, your stocks are further in the tunnel. You have to go.
Fuck you! That's mine! I'm going to tackle Altus and try to steal his sock.
I'm going to pick up Dusty and just sort of talk to him. Like, pull him away and just sort of talk to him as we, like, further into the tunnel.
Dusty is gone. Dusty is on a full high trip. Give me an acrobatics check as the goddess Renalta comes behind you and tries to pick you up. Death itself is sweeping for Dusty.
Dusty's gone and he's like, you'll never take me alive!
Wait,
Dusty-
he sees me. So he sees me as a goddess?
Yeah, and Dusty's mine. Like, that's what he sees.
He's seen everyone
awesome.
as goddesses.
So,
You're like, your holy retribution will not catch me! I am the good Dusty! Dusty's gone down the sewer.
I probably should have dominated this game.
before Dusty runs off, Altus, give me a dexterity save. I'm gonna say it's DC 15 to wrestle with this crazy drugged out sewer kid to try and keep your sock on your foot. Like, just like, no, and you kick Dusty off of you, and then he goes off screaming down the sewer.
It's a good thing he doesn't run fast. But we should probably catch up.
What are you talking about? Dusty runs incredibly fast.
I'll catch him.
Alright.
That
Didn't
is
think
like
we were
the
going to
best.
spend our day chasing halfling through a sewer, but I'm down for
Hey,
anything.
Brandon, I don't think we're getting out tonight.
I know. I stopped. I'm just playing bingo. I stopped already. With the
How many bingos have you gotten already?
no bingo yet. So
Has
I am
anybody?
not sorry.
Has anybody? Can anybody hear us down here? Like, but not unless we get closer to the city when there's actually grates.
yeah, you were on the edge of the Callanfall Heights.
Alright, I will chase after Dusty and try to grab him.
Same.
Alright, Netra can provide the help action to Celebris. As you guys catch up to Dusty, Dusty is just like, oh my gosh, are these like the spirits of demigods down here? Like, in this region of the world, you've heard of the Meandeth. Is it possibly the three of them, Eshes, well, no, it would be two of them, Oka and Yamayan, following behind Dusty, just floating ethereally. One of them swoops for Dusty. If he wants to not get grappled, he has to roll an acrobatics check. Celebris can contest it with a athletics check with the help action. Alright, Dusty stays away out of the god's grasp again. Death cannot claim him. Laughing maniacally the whole way.
I think you should probably let me try and pick him up.
It's
I'm used to
acrobatics. Good luck. My best guess.
My best stat is athletics. Come on, let's duel.
Well, I don't know. Celebris rolls at a +12. That's really, really nice.
I mean, like, there's a +12, so...
Oh, wait, he has better than... Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
we both have +12s.
It's gonna be a while before you guys can wrangle,
Well, I mean, like, let him try, because he has a +12 in his athletics.
No, Celebris did try.
He did try.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a while before you guys can bring Dusty. And
wait, am I close to him? Are they the only ones close to him, or am I close to him?
Yeah, you can keep up with them. You can keep taking the dash action.
I want to dominate his person.
All right, give me a wisdom save, and let's see what god Altus appears as. We'll just roll a die on the god table.
I thought he was.
I am gonna use.
Oh yeah, he is a Lilia. All right, go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw for Dusty.
All right, this one I will probably actually fail. My wisdom is horrible.
I don't know. Dusty's rolling amazing tonight. He's kind of like the boss. Oh
yeah, no.
Dusty is dominated. He regards Altus as a beloved friend. Altus can spend his action.
I am a goddess.
Yeah.
Oh Christ.
Altus can extend his action to dominate
Listen,
Dusty.
I have an amazing quest for you.
As he starts talking to Dusty, I'm just gonna cast Shape Water and splash it in Altus's face, so he loses concentration on it.
Alright, what's Altus saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, stop running, and let us help you. As well as friends with you forever.
Alright, that's 6 seconds. After the 6 seconds, the splash water goes off the shape water goes off in your face. Does it deal damage? Dusty was commanded to stop running by Dominate Person. He can't actually break that command, and he stops running.
Okay.
That said, somebody just splashed water in the face of your god. God, who would do such a thing?
Dusty's not... Dusty doesn't have a god. Dusty's not religious.
Yeah, but you're magically charmed. You regard, what's-his-face as, your beloved friend to be protected at all costs. Shape Water's gotta be in Xanathar's.
No, Shape Water's in the...
Yeah, because it's a racial... It's a racial thing.
Yeah, Shape Water was added in Xanathar's, and it is, let's see...
Because that's where Ganassi were added.
Yeah. So you... changed Water's color? Yeah, you actually... It doesn't deal damage, so it's not going to be enough to break Altus's concentration. So Dusty just stops running. Altus maintains control of... maintains Dominate Person.
Don't let them touch you, Dusty.
That is another command Dusty can't break. Dusty's not directly being controlled. He's just getting suggestions that he can't stop.
Can you not try and dominate my friend here? I got bugged out. But...
I'm helping us.
Okay, but I don't really trust you guys to not have a little bit of fun and heavy quotes with this.
I can give the command, but I won't.
Altus.
I'm helping us. He's here. He's not running.
Pull him back to the group.
Come forward, child. Your god commands it.
See, this is what I meant.
Call yourself a god, but alright.
Alright, so he's with us now. So what would you like him to do? Dusty, dance. Dance for my pleasure.
I'm gonna take out my shield and my jab and my Morning Star.
He's fine. Nothing's happening to him. He's here. Where are we going? Just dance.
Netra, can you cure him of the drugs?
Actually, can I?
Yeah, it's considered poison.
Yeah, you can cleanse poison.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'll use Lay on Hands to just sort of cleanse him.
Alright, so, Dusty's mind's gonna clear. I mean, the person who he loves the most, Altus, is in front of him, not the goddess Aulilia. And he still regards Altus as a revered companion for.
God, no, I hate him though.
Well,
I'm also gonna say, hey, let's be friends. That's the command.
Altus.
Now, can you stop?
I'm also going to release him after the last command, just with a tear in my eye.
Let's be friends.
Voice crack and everything.
That's funny because right as that you give that command, it fades. Dominic Person.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's be friends, and Dusty's like, yeah, wait.
He's just like, yeah. What the hell did you do to me? You eat it.
So, what did we learn from this stupidity?
I need, just like, where did you get those? Because I need to get some for my own.
Well, that place no longer exists.
Well, I was gonna say that, like, that means that now we know that it's gonna be super effective if we can get it to work on the people we want it to
Well,
work.
but it didn't work on me, so not as effective as we think.
You might have to have brain cells for it to affect them.
Hey, my brain cells are not in question here. I left them at home.
In another plane.
Okay, anyway, let's
move.
we've got a heist to do, don't we? Let's go ahead
We've
and do it.
wasted so much time with this.
I know.
I high-five Dusty.
Is that a bingo?
You know what? I will give Altus his high five. We might just be friends by the end of this. Who knows?
Are we picking up the others?
Did they not follow us?
No, they are in Dravier's shop. They were not staying with you.
Oh.
Oh, but everyone who was in the sewer with us, are they with us?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, all of those
I
are with
think
you.
it's a great
Yeah.
idea to bring the blind girl with us to the mission. Yeah.
No,
I
yeah,
was
no, we're
gonna
gonna...
say we can send them ahead to the Rotwood and we can meet up with them on their way out, Altus.
Yeah, I'm super down for going and checking on them because we haven't done that.
I have.
And Netra, you mentioned that they could only stay there a few days. It's almost time up.
Fair.
Actually, to be fair, considering what happened last night, time's probably already up.
Then we better be quick.
Probably already dead. That's alright.
Let's go get them.
How close are we to Dravier's shop?
You guys are on, Dravier's shop is in, Gallows Row. You guys are on the, opposite side of, town. It being, somewhere about right there.
Let's go.
Alright, the, party heads to, Gallows Row. There is a Gallows Row, looks straight down towards Executioner's Square into the Tower of Happiness. Do you want, as you exit the sewer, do you want to stealth in any sort of way? Or
Yeah, Dusty's gonna have a hood up, and he's actually, he's got the bandana he was using before, or it wasn't a bandana. The scrap of cloth he was using as a mask before, like around his neck. It's not up yet, but like it's around his neck.
Do any of you magic users have the ability to change someone's looks?
I don't need magic for that. I'm a makeup artist.
That works.
I have a disguise kit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you can just do that.
Dusty's turn to stealth. I think Dusty's fine.
Alright, we're going to do the stealth as a group event. If most of the party succeeds, the party will succeed it. Alright. That's great on that 12. And Lumbergrass.
Rex!
I use lucky to reroll that.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
actually, no, you can. Well, I was about to say, like, if it's a natural one, then I can use my my special, my halfling lucky feat to have you reroll.
But it's not a
yeah,
disadvantage.
He's roll. The 12 is his roll. Roll me one more for Icium, and then roll me a stealth check for Lumigrax if he wants to stealth.
It's like, can I stealth? I'm in plate mail.
Yeah, you roll it with disadvantage. All right, and isn't Netra in scale mail?
I'm in chainmail, yes.
Chainmail. I don't think chainmail confers disadvantage.
Okay.
It may. Alright. So, with, God, Lumagrax, man. Killing it, literally.
Oh, wait. That's probably too late now. I was going to ask if, like, I could assist him.
Alright, chainmail does confer disadvantage. Give me one more stealth check for Netra. And that's going to be the make or break. Alright, so most of the party is going to pass this. And it's just like, you know, you guys are all going to get out, and some members are going to stick out a little bit, but, you know, Celebrus can kind of, like, move and just, like, shield the other people sticking out, like Lumagrax or something, or, you know, are just making a little bit too much noise. For the most part, you guys just look like a crowd moving down here. Getting out on Executioner's Row and going to Dravir's shop. Inside of Dravir's shop, let's roll a die. That's great. And that's not what I wanted.
Well, tell me the bitch is in there.
Fair.
Tell me she's in there.
Who?
Alright. Alright, so as you are inside of the shop, you are going to see Galcina talking to you're gonna see Galcina talking to Dravir, leaning on the table. She has 2 loaves of bread on the counter with her elbow on it, and she looks to Dravir with a smile, and she's gonna say, and so they just gave me all of this stuff just to go ask some questions, and I just and like as she's telling her story, she looks at you guys stepping in, and she's gonna say, I thought you were dead.
Nearly was, actually. Speaking of which, it's not safe here. We should go.
Where are the others? I should have Javir, where are the ones that are left with you?
And he's going to say, I've got the 3 in my back storeroom. Turn it into a small little dorm for him.
Thank you.
And he's going to say that a Lil Haran, though, she is she's scrubbing down my other location.
Do I know his other location?
And yeah, he's going to gesture and says, it's right next door. Just never had the time to clean it up.
Alright, I'm gonna go head over and tell her to come back.
I'll head over with you.
I will check on the civilians.
Alright,
Actually, didn't you say there was a cursed ally? Like, how about you go curse, or uncurse our friend?
I don't think it's ever still been in character discussed that she's cursed.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think.
yeah.
We don't know that the blonde girl's cursed.
Yeah.
I know.
But
Yeah,
you haven't told
ICM
us.
knows, but yeah. Alright, so, Lathy, Pav, and Pindu are all fine. They have just kind of, they've hollowed out a area in the storeroom. They've moved some crates, and there is bedding. The 3 of them are kind of just like sitting down behind these stacks of boxes, and Pindu has the book, and he is reading it while Pav and Lathy listen. But as soon as you step in here, he's going to turn around and say, "Yes, Master Dravi." Oh, and then repeat the same idiom and say, "I thought you were dead."
That's pleasant to
Why
see.
does everyone keep saying that to us?
I mean, to be fair, we really almost did just die.
And he's going to say, "It's been days since since we've seen you."
Brandon Isom would go to the shopkeep and ask him him like the actual location of a little Haran because I want to go talk to her.
Yeah, he's going to gesture and say, this whole row on, or this whole row of townhomes on Executioner's Row, they're all mine. Nobody else likes it here. The stench, the killings, the constant patrols of the guards, but you know, if you keep good enough reputation, they don't bother you much. That said, he gestures to the wall over and says, I gave her that place. She's been fixing it up.
Okay, we'll let the party handle talking to these three, and then just break off to me at some point so I can talk.
Okay.
Yeah, we're already over there.
Yeah, you're going to follow behind. You're going to follow behind Netra and Lumagrax. All right. So Celebris, Dusty, and Altus talking to Pimdu, Path, and Lethe, the blind girl, her brother, and her grandfather.
I'm glad to see the three of you are still well.
And he nods and says, and he's gonna nod and say, yeah, the young cunning Lil Haran, she has a plan to get us home. This place has tried our endurance, but we remain strong.
Well, we have a way to get home.
So, like, we've, oh wait, am I here? I forget where I'm at.
Yeah,
you're in the
Dusty
same
is here.
building.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
and he's, when you say you have a way to get home, he's going to say, that's marvelous! Shall we go then? Getting up, and he's going to extend a hand towards...
Wait.
it's not as simple as that.
It's still gonna be some time, but we came to get you
It should be like another...
few hours, at least day or two, maybe. Depending on how things go.
And he's going to nod and say, of course. You remind me of my granddaughter, Lethe. Always thinking, so wise, so perceptive. And she's going to say, grandfather, I'm right here.
Celebris here, and that just laughs, thinking of Alshuan.
Or Alshin, yeah. And,
the last old man that said that to me, wasn't quite right in the head. Glad to see that at least this one is.
Are we sure about that? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm definitely crazy, but...
Dusty, there's crazy, and then there's...
No, you're right. I'm one of a kind.
Yeah. And as Dusty says he's crazy, Pindu is going to say, you remind me of my granddaughter, Lethe. Bears the mark of the Alpin. So wild. Oh, he says, you remind him of his granddaughter, Lethe. Bears the mark of the Alban. So wild. Believes in every one of the gods. Crazy lass, that one. Again, she says, Granddad, I'm right here. And he says, oh, yes you are. And he's going to look at her and says, you remind me of my granddaughter, Lethe. The boy's just going to pick up the book and hand it back to him and say, Pa, how about you keep reading to us?
I think the sooner we get him out of here, the better.
What's going on with him?
Is that age or this place? Because
Do you two know what's going on? Was he like this beforehand?
And they're going to nod and say, our uncle kept him drugged and happy. His mind's kind of degraded. Lethe says, looking in your direction, but not at you. And says, sorry, it's just how he is. And he's gonna say, hey, no talking during story time. And start reading from the book again.
Lethe.
She looks up at you.
Your blindness, you mentioned before that it's not natural.
She nods and says, our uncle was into some nefarious deals. He took my sight years ago. I'm sorry I can't be more of help while we're here.
How did he take your sight?
She's gonna shrug and say, I don't know. I don't understand magic.
It was via magical means?
She shrugs again.
Can I do an Arcana check to check her out?
Yeah, you can. You're trained in it
Finally-
now, because your
I
Calcan...
finally could use my proficiency!
Your Calcan training kicks in.
It still sucks!
Yeah, 9. So, looking in her eyes, looking her over, you don't know what curses look like. Her eyes still look like they should work, but they're not following you or doing anything. That's about what you pick up on a 9.
Alright, I will use my 5 points of lay on hands to see if it might be a disease.
As you, like, reach down and, just, like, pump holy energy into her, she's gonna, like, jump up a little bit in shock, and then, look around. Her eyes don't move, her head moves, her eyes just keep looking forward. Doesn't appear she can see you. And she's gonna say, what was that?
You're fine, darling. It was just some paladin abilities. Testing to see what's going on.
Oh, you want to try that other thing?
Yeah.
What other thing?
The thing you used on Altus.
No, I used it on Celebris. I used it on person.
Oh, is that not you?
Yeah.
The only thing I use on Altus is my fists.
One of you paladins.
One more level and I'll pump a Divine Smite the next time I do it. Netra might be able to do something, but...
I would say if it's like a curse,
we don't know what it is, unfortunately, but Netra might be able to get a better idea. She's a little more trained with this kind of stuff. I'm just still learning.
Alright, and she's, gonna say, it's fine. I'm adjusting. Or rather, I'm adjusted. And she's going to, point and say, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2 at the, crates. Naming the, number of crates stacked up, around them. Accurately doing so. And she says, it just takes me some time to, learn where I'm at.
Yes, well...
But if you didn't have to be adjusted, wouldn't you want that?
And she's gonna nod eagerly and say, yes, of course, but...
So what's the harm in trying?
She's just
Don't
gonna say,
worry,
I feel
we
like...
won't let...
Oh, go ahead.
We won't let Altus and Icium try their methods.
Yeah, exactly. And she's gonna say, well, yes, that. And I just feel we should be focusing on getting, Pav and Pindu home.
Well, here's the thing. You're more useful to us with your sight, so you can lead your brother and your grandfather to safety.
And she's going to, nod and say, alright, I'm willing to try. I would just prefer the resurrection to be the less.
We will
possible
not
option.
resort to that by any means necessary.
We'd prefer to save the resurrection when someone we don't like kills us.
And if they try to do it again, I promise I will break their hands.
Well, you know, we happen to have... Just saying.
So, as you are talking, the whole time you've been talking, Pendu has been reading. And it's like at this point, like as the conversation's dying down, that you hear like the weirdest sentence, probably, that makes no sense. And it just kind of catches Celebrus and Dusty's ear as this man is like reading this book. And it says, Yissel and his circle of three circled thrice around the throne of Anga. And continues to read something that sounds like a ritual. And then...
Can I make an Arcana check?
Well, you don't have to. Because you're going to recognize that name Yissel because you learned it yesterday. That's... Whoever that is the person that Alexen, the Death Knight, said he served.
Old man, let me see that book, please.
And he's going to say, You won't interrupt story time with my granddaughter. It's the only thing that stops her from crying. So pleasant and nice that little one is. She's gonna say, Granddad, I'm 16 now. And he's gonna look and say, You remind me of my granddaughter, Lathy.
Dusty, give me one of the books you have that's not important.
I don't have one. The only books I have were the ones I stole. Listen, I know I have like a magic bag full of lots of things, but I'm not actually magical. I'm just very good at prepping. But you know what? You want to know the last time I saw dry paper? It was when we were in that underground library.
I'll make you a deal, old man. I'll tell a story if you let me look at that book.
And he's gonna like excitedly hand you the book and say, "You remind me of my granddaughter Lathy. She loves stories." Again, she says, "Granddad, I'm right here."
The more and more he talks, the more and more he reminds me of Alchandora. I'm going to start examining the book.
Maybe you can use the man hands to fix his Alzheimer's or whatever is happening. Try and fix that if you want to.
I don't have any more. I'm a level 1 paladin.
You can roll me. You can roll me a history check trying to skim through this book quickly.
Having it. 14.
History.
That's not terrible.
That's not terrible. This book is a journal, an account by an apprentice of a man named Yissel. It is the apprentice of Yissel. Skimming through the book, the last thing you see on the final cover of the book is the name signed Periphas. And it, just like looking through this, apparently this guy was a part of whoever destroyed Calcris. This Yissel was the person who enacted the ritual that destroyed the city. Apparently there was a little bit of dissent in his ranks and people not exactly happy with what went on and a betrayal that overthrew him. And that's just, like what Celebrus picks up just flipping through this super quickly. But yeah, it is the Journal of Periphas. And the old man is going to start clapping and say, "Story! Story!"
Alright. I'll start regaling them with the story of Muscle Zombie and all the events that happened.
Alright, roll me a performance check if you tell it just dryly or just how exuberant you do this. So yeah, just so the magnate was gonna die. There was this weapon we didn't, and you just go through the tale. I mean, it's interesting, but could you tell it not a Wikipedia page? And after you finish your story, the old man is gonna snatch back, or is gonna snatch for the book of just that was awful.
Yeah, he can go ahead and have that back. We're done with it.
Yeah. If Celebrus, lets him have the book, he starts reading from it again. Putting exuberance in every word of just like, it was the 985th year in the Ascended Era, and just going from the start of the book again.
So, we now have the name of the person who did this. Shopkeep. Sorry, your name. My mind has slipped me.
Calling back to him. He is gonna say Dravier.
Where did you get this book?
He is looking over at it, and he's gonna say, "Oh, that's rare. That's one of the few tomes written on leather." And he's gonna think for a moment and say, "I traded it from somebody who salvaged it out of Westlineth."
Have you looked through it yourself?
He's gonna nod and say, "Yeah, it's the Journal of Periphas. He's one of the 8."
He's one of the 8. Yet, it says that he revolted against this master who did this.
And he's gonna shrug and say, "I'm not sure how much grandeur I'd put into it. I put into that tome. And he's gonna say, the Overlord Cadrus wrote quite a few things in his first couple days. Magistress Sodella, Miss Lyrell, they all wrote different things. It's hard to know what to believe."
Miss Lyrell.
And he's gonna nod and say, "Yeah, she disappeared early, but
Wait. Lyrell, what was her first name?
He rolls a history check, and he's gonna say, "Mister, that was years ago. Israel? I believe. The magistrate's daughter."
Makana?
And he's, well, Dravier would be old enough to know that name, and he's gonna say, "No, she was just a young child. She died on the outskirts of the city when the ritual went off. Never made it into the Sea Shield. Probably drowned with the rest of the town."
Well, I can tell you first and foremost that is a lie. That is an misinformation.
And he's gonna shrug and say, "A lot of that goes around here, mister." Anyways, that book's one of the rare tomes, as we can't really raise livestock here anymore. Good
Yes,
leather-bound
I've seen
tomes with parchment, hard to find.
Yes, I've seen the replacement.
Yeah, and he nods and says, "Flesh and dagger markings hold up against the rain. Ink and parchment, not so much."
So, the Miss Lyrell, she was Makana's sister or mother? I'm sorry, I didn't understand you said she was the daughter of the magistrate, correct?
He nods and says, "Oh yeah, good fella that one. He was the magistrate of, well, we just call it the Rotwood now. No one lives over there. Died in the sinking of Calcrest. Drowned to death, I believe."
And you said she disappeared?
He nods and says, "Wandered the city for about 2 years. After Sodella was killed, I just assumed the Overlord, our Overlord Cadrus, got her next. She was a part of a rowdy bunch that never accepted his rule. I find you don't make too many waves, and you can find a pretty okay living here in Isildred. Trade for enough, get enough things to salvage, you get food for the week. Gilcina, who is there, who's been regaling him with stories, is going to pat the bread on the table, and she says, or you can get lucky, trade for a once-in-a-lifetime offer and get food for an entire month. And he's gonna roll his eyes, taking one of the loaves and just like smiling and shaking his head and say, take your pick. And she's gonna walk away from the counter and start rummaging through these shelves.
Well, thank you for this information, sir. It will greatly help me in my future ventures. And Celebris will lay 5 gold on the counter for him.
Oh, 5 cool things. And he's gonna take this up and he's gonna say, by damn, she wasn't lying. You trade in gold.
You cut out.
He takes the gold and says, by damn, you weren't lying. Or she wasn't lying. You trade in gold.
It's amazing what you find on the Aramir.
And he's gonna look at it and say, this would be worth a fortune back in Ilderon.
Yeah. Sad part is, this is nothing compared to what I had when I was back in Ilderon.
He nods. He's going to test each piece, like kind of knocking it against his counter, and then taking and putting them in his own private bedroom before coming back out here. Does Celebris want to say anything else here? Because we can switch to the other members of the party.
Please.
All right, and we are going to be looking for an ending so we don't keep everybody up late. All right, so the other members of the party are going to be talking to a little Harlem. Stepping into this stepping into the townhouse next door to this place. It is going to, like, as you step in, there are going to be several candles lit around this area, repaired tables, and this might be the first place in Isildred free of grime, and like giving off bright light, like it is not just like dingily lit here. Over some of the tables, there are tablecloths thrown. The material is burlap, and it is it looks like cut sacks. And as you walk in and look around here, there's probably about 5 different tables on this first floor. You hear footsteps upstairs. Whoever they are seems to have noticed you, and they are coming down the stairs. And coming down the stairs, it's Lil Harin. Looking at you, she's gonna repeat the same thing and say, by Alilia's name, I thought you were dead.
You were dead. Hearing that a lot lately.
That seems to be a running thought.
Yeah. Almost excited for a second, and then just kind of like coming down from it.
And then remembering that, oh wait, I hate these people.
Yeah, exactly.
Not me.
Yeah,
Not so
yeah,
good.
Netra is great.
It's good to see you too.
A Lil Harin is going to look at Lumagrax, still a little bit frustrated, and she says, the goddess teaches forgiveness. It's nice to see you too, Lumagrax. Almost forcing herself to say the words.
I'm so glad you're all right. Are you doing better than you were before?
Ilderon is going to nod and say, and she's going to look around this area and start blowing out the candles, and then she's going to point at the table nearest the door with blocking the double set of windows inside. Or not blocking, but in front of the double set of windows. Then she's going to say, Lemongrax, can you pick that one up?
I'm not, like...
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Doing
I'll pick it
so,
up.
yeah, you can tilt it upwards and block the window. After that, only the makeshift torch is the only thing still lit in this room. Just significantly decreasing the amount of light coming from this building. She's going to pull open she's going to go to the table. She has the burlap cloths over and start pulling them off. And you are going to see marked on each of these tables, just in etching, are tick marks and almost a rough map. And she is going to say... she's going to say, I've been investigating since you've been gone. This place, of course we knew it wasn't natural, but it's even more unnatural than you think. And she's going to point at the tick marks and say, I spent 2 days inside of, Callanfall Heights. And I spent 3 days inside of Executioner Square, and 4 days inside of Gallows Row. 1 notch candle in each. And looking at the tick marks that she has for each one, she's gonna say, I've came to the conclusion that it may seem like hours are passing, but the time in between seeing other people here, days had passed in between each section of town, and it varies.
Yes, we met with a group of people who have been here since the calamity that struck this place, and they informed us of all of this and how time passes strangely here.
She nods and says, Dravier won't trust me with his secrets, says I'm getting too close to them. But he's a smuggler, I know it. He's got a schedule and a way of keeping time, but I can't track it from all of these various areas. I don't know if his next shipment is coming in 2 days or 3 weeks, and I don't know if that's 8 hours or if that's 4.
Then I wonder why he gave you this house now, this building.
And she said because he doesn't want me watching him.
So you're certain that he has a way out?
She shakes her head and says no, but somebody has a way in.
Okay. Also, there's something we should tell you. Not only is Supreme Light Solemn here, but Supreme Light Solemn is also here. I say it exactly like that and hope she understands. If she looks confused, I explain that both Iman and Lydia are here.
So, she had a loose idea Supreme Light Solemn was here because you guys saw him. But Lydia is here, and she's going to say, that confirms it. There's a way into this place. It has to be. Do you know how she got here?
From what we know, it ties to Iman Solemn, and he has people who can get here freely. We also found another way out. There are these black candles of evocation, and we made a deal before we knew Lydia was here to get the prisoner from the Tower of Happiness and give it to those people who have been here since this place fell into the demi-plane. But we have since found out that the prisoner is Lydia.
She claims to be more of a guest than a prisoner. They don't have bars on the doors, but they do have people watching her.
And she is going to nod, taking this in, and just think on it for a moment and say, why would the Supreme Light bring his daughter here to this horrible, awful place?
From what I understand, I'm not from your time, but she and her father were on opposite sides of a conflict, it would seem.
Probably a sacrifice.
Duskendale is being sacked as we speak.
She did say Duskendale had no leader at the moment.
Dockensdale, yeah.
Dockensdale.
And yeah,
we were told it was being sieged.
And she's going to, like, you're gonna see just like a bit of shock coming over her, and she's gonna say, we have to put aside our differences. We have to get out of here. My country needs me.
That's always been our goal. And we wouldn't leave without you. All messy parts of our past aside, we're friends.
I'm gonna need you to roll me a deception check on. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
That's not a deception.
No, I'm kidding.
I like it.
Yeah, Lil Haran is going to nod and say, okay, so what's your method of getting out of here?
That black candle, but we would have to hand Lydia over to the people who have been here since the beginning. I'm hoping we can rework the deal after we rescue Lydia, and she can just share knowledge with them. Or if she chooses to stay of her own accord, that will be fine. But I won't force her to stay just for us to have a way out. I believe there are different ways out, and if the shopkeep is a smuggler, as you say, I think I should go and have a chat with him.
She is going to, she's going to say, it's, demon blood that he's using. He's got a supply of it, coming from somewhere. Whatever goods he's getting, from Ilderon, that's what he's trading with them. Who's ever, bringing them to him.
Oh, I think we have an idea.
Let me run over and see if I can talk to him privately real quick.
And she is going to, say, I wouldn't. Me poking has already got me cut off from his, food. Right now he's, still feeding, the other three. But I have to go and scavenge for my, food from the Overlord. I was planning to do that, sometime in the next 3 hours or week. I'm not certain which one it will be.
Don't start thinking that way. Mm-hmm. Don't start trying to align this time with the time outside this world. You'll just end up going a bit insane, I imagine.
I pull out 50 gold and give it to Lil Haran. and tell her to use that to provide for her food. And I think the rest of my gold might help the shopkeep loosen his lips. Money talks.
Money talks.
I'm sure that I would caution, like, I would know Javier wouldn't really care that much, right? Like, about 50 gold, like, it wouldn't be that much to him.
Dravier has always been a man who has whatever he needed. He's had a very pleasant
I have 850 left.
Okay.
Yeah, Netra would know Dravier has never really been bribable, just because if there was an upper-class citizen, he'd probably be it, which might be one of the reasons why, yeah, he's so jovial. Yeah.
But I mean, 850 gold is a lot of gold.
Yeah, no, you're not lying. Like, that is a lot of money. I'm just saying from, like, Netra's perspective of, like, I see him saying, oh, we're gonna go bribe Dravier, and Netra's gonna be like, psh, good. Like, Netra doesn't know how much money Icium has, but, you know, she's gonna be like, good luck. Nobody's been able to bribe him before.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
Yeah. A Lil Haran is going to say, okay, and she's going to say, do I need to help you get Lydia? I'm pretty good with the rapier if you can find me one.
Keep that in mind.
I have one. It's my only melee weapon, but I don't really like hitting people so much as I like magically charming them. So here, you can have it.
Alright, a Lil Haran is officially equipped. Also, it's worth noting, although I showed her portrait to you guys, pieces of it are definitely missing, as she's likely have to have traded her bling jewelry and other things to survive the presumable weeks that you guys have been gone, or days, or hours, who knows. Yeah, a Lil Haran's equipped. Do you leave and head back into the into Dravier's shop?
Yes.
Yeah. Can Lil Haran come with us, or is she sort of stuck with her own? I'm just gonna. Or is she just gonna go at food? She's gonna go at rations.
Well, I mean, she can come with you. She's not on bad terms. Like if you guys suggest that, she's gonna nod and say, he doesn't really like me, but we're on speaking terms at least still. As you leave the shop, step into the rain, and well, actually, Lumbergrax, because he's paying attention to a Lil Haran, is going to notice as you guys like step out of the shop. A Lil Haran is, you know, putting all these burlap cloths back over the tables to cover up, you know, all the things she's been recording. Finally, the one that is on the table blocking the door, she's gonna take it off, and she's just gonna kind of look around, and then she's gonna clean up your guys' muddy footprints, and then follow behind you guys in a few moments into Dravier's shop. Stepping out into the rain, across the home onto the other side into Dravier's shop. In this small wooden shop with, you know, these 4 rows of towering shelves, the back storeroom is open. You see Dusty and Altus back there talking, or at least listening to Pindu read Pav and, well, presumably Pav and Lathy a story. Celebris is up front, talking to Dravier, and as you step in, Gelsina is going to be stepping out. She has a wooden duck in her hand. It is a carved good. She is cradling it like a treasure. Yeah, well, she already saw you guys, so she's not going to comment on thinking you're dead. And she's gonna shrug and say, see you later. Walking out.
Be safe.
Why did everyone think that?
Yeah, she laughs at the be safe of like, safe! Ha! Isildred! Ha! And keeps walking. Yeah, as you step in to talk to Dravier and Ilderon steps in, he is going to look at her and say, and she's going to say, I know the deal, no questions while I'm in here. He smiles and says, Netra! Welcome back.
You seem awfully even more chipper than usual.
We just gave him 5 gold.
I trust that these friends of ours haven't been bothering you while we've been off.
He's gonna brush his hand and say, no, they've been absolute servants of the goddess. They've been entertaining themselves with the trinkets, knickknacks, and goods in the shop. But then he looks over at Ilderon, his expression fading, and say, but this one, asking questions about everybody I meet with, following me, inspecting all of my goods, everything that passes through this shop, every person that trades, gets annoying.
Well, what can you expect from somebody who's just entered this city? Or he's known that, right?
Yeah, you told him that, and he's gonna nod and say, I expect people to do what they need to survive, and surviving means adjusting.
Dravier, I was wondering if you and I could talk business.
He's gonna smile and say, oh, I like business. You want to trade?
Yes, I do. But I was wondering if we could speak somewhere quietly. If you'd like to have someone guarding you to make sure I'm not up to anything uncouth, that's fine.
So he's got Dravier is this weird elven-looking man. And he's got, like, this is a huge townhome on a row of connected houses, and he's kind of repurposed like this living room foyer area into a shop and like built, you know, around it with like these makeshift walls. Specifically where he's at, his storeroom is actually like another room of the house, but he's got his own little personal room up here by his counter, and he's going to gesture for Icium to follow him, walking around the counter, and he's going to walk into his personal room, as if Icium is following him, he's going to say, I trade any of the minor trinkets for food, as long as it's not magical. Everything else costs you salvage goods, just like the Overlord's Tower. But unlike the tower, I actually appraise each good, and I give them different values assigned to them. Foreign concept here, but you're from Ilderon, so you might understand how currency works a little bit better.
Yes, I do, and
at this point, you guys are alone. Would he bother closing the door? Doesn't care about the door.
Does he want to listen in?
Mm-hmm.
I will go over and say, how about we close this, just because I don't want the other party members to...
Okay, you can close it.
You traitor!
And he's gonna, like, brush a hand. It's like, most of the people here are charmed.
Fair enough. So...
Dusty's
I have...
You want me to make a stealth check?
He tries to listen or come in?
Listen.
Okay, no, make me a perception check. If Icium is trying to be quiet, he can roll a stealth check. And instead of adding his dex, he can add his charisma of just like trying to hide what he's saying.
I would like to burn a lucky and re-roll that.
You can.
Better.
Yeah. Otherwise, if Icium isn't trying to hide, then. Okay, cool. I'm just looking at everything. So that's going to be a 19 on the stealth.
Yes.
And yeah. So yeah, you can continue.
Okay. I have a metric butt ton of food. and I open my pack, set 20 of the 30 rations out in front of him. And then I pull out my coin purse and say, and I have 855 gold. Now, when we were last here, you said something that I found a little perplexing. You said you had grain, and there's nowhere safe to store grain in this city. I believe you have a way in and out of the city. And I'm willing to do business for that way out of the city.
He is going to smile and nod and say, ha ha ha. Alright. And he's gonna say, how much business are you willing to deal? Because I'll have you know, I can get food. I can get gold here. But the people I want to trade with, those things don't interest them.
What does interest them?
He's going to gesture northward, or northwest, or northeast, and say, you retrieve something for me nobody else can get. And I'll be able to trade whatever I'd like from them. And in exchange, when I get my next shipment, I can smuggle you passage out of here.
I would need passage for the rest of my companions as well.
He looks back and says,
I can do about tree pity.
yeah, he's gonna say, the people that I deal with, they just slide me a little bit on the slide, or on the slide each time. I don't know if I can get a whole group out of here. One or two. He shrugs. You can make a persuasion check if you want to try and convince him otherwise.
Now, listen, and you seem like a very capable individual. I believe that you could get us all out of here.
Why not just make it?
We are a very large group, I'm just saying.
What happened to us being brutes and just making it happen? You ask too much now, I see.
And
I'm trying to be better.
And he's going
We don't need to be better.
Guys.
He's going to say, like, as you're, like, making this, he's going to think on it. And he's going to say, maybe I can ask for an extra couple of shipments when he comes. One person at a time, maybe two people at a time. Three groups.
That's
two.
doable. So what do you need us to go acquire?
And he's going to say the elves in that damn fortress, Westlaneth. They've got relics that have survived, but I know specifically up there they have a scroll, a spell scroll. I don't know a lot about magic, but it's powerful, extremely powerful.
Oh my god!
Dispel magic. I've cast in the most powerfully potent way any mortal caster could. You get me that scroll, I can trade it to the people who desire it. In exchange, I'll get you passage out of here.
That wouldn't happen to be the thing that Dusty stole, would it?
No, Dusty stole...
You stole it from...
Yeah.
Well, we stole from different people, but, like, hell, we have a scroll. It's like... So, I hear you're looking for us. No, I'm not gonna barge in. I'm just gonna. It was like, I wonder if we could just sidestep the whole going to the elves thing. We have this. Don't know what it is yet.
That's acceptable to me. Let me see what I can do. And I put everything back in my pack and say, all right, let's head out here. And also, I'd like to trade a couple rations for some of your trinkets.
He shrugs and says, knock yourself out. Anything on the first 2 shelves. How many rations you trading?
Let's go with 4.
Alright. Icium is going to know that this is probably a poor trade, as a ration's worth 200 cool things, and trinkets, no matter trading to him, probably worth something, but trading back to the 8 mages are going to be they're only going to be worth 1 thing. Alright. You find a rectangular metal device with 2 tiny metal cups on one end that sparks when it is wet. You find
in a place that constantly rains. Dear God.
Yeah. You find a rope necklace from which dangles 4 mummified elf fingers. That's setting appropriate. You find a 1 ounce block made from an unknown material. And finally, you find a 4-leaf clover pressed in, well, that's not a book anymore. You find a 4-leaf clover pressed inside of something that is preserved.
Sorry.
Pressed between preserved flesh, yeah. You acquire 4 trinkets for 4 rations.
So, question.
Yes.
Can I use that clover as an extra charge on Lucky one day?
No.
Oh, boo!
Yeah.
But, I get the party together and I, let them know that I found another way out since we're unwilling to trade Lydia.
I never said I was unwilling.
I'm unwilling, I just met her. And I'm sure Lil Harn is unwilling as well.
And so I tell them all we have to do is go and get spell
Actually,
scroll.
How much did Dusty hear while he was listening in?
Oh, he heard the whole conversation.
Oh, okay, so Dusty's just like, you want to take a look at this? Taking out the mystery scroll.
Sure.
Do not show every single barbershop we have.
Right. I just say, hey,
Well-
could you identify this for us, since we're doing this thing for you?
Like-
to
I
Dragon.
would think that's unwise. Again, I think that's unwise. I don't... But it turns out to be think he wants or nothing. We should... People are very desperate. People who are in power, people who have a comfortable lifestyle in this place, will be desperate to keep it. And as much as I like Dravier, he is very comfortable.
Okay, then let's not show it to him. And,
Do we want to,
I can try to take a look at it, see if I can figure out what it might do.
Or you can ask
Tracy,
Altus.
did you not take... Yeah,
Nobody gave it to
Altus, did you
Altus.
take identify?
No one really trusts Altus, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Like, the worst thing that happens is he burns it. Here you go, Altus.
Altus looks at this scroll.
I detect magic.
You don't have to detect magic. You recognize the incantation of it.
Oh, boy.
It is a scroll of Dispel Magic cast in a 6th level spell slot.
Yeah, it's the thing he's looking
boy.
for.
I just scooch that on down into bag of holding.
No, it's just like, that's the exact thing he was looking for. So, why don't we just, go ahead and proceed with the deal?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, I grab the scroll, take it over to him, and say, by any chance, is this what you're looking for?
He's going to inspect it. And he's gonna look and say, by the gods, no, it's not. But would you believe me if I told you I smuggled one of these into Isildred years ago, exactly like this? And he's gonna say, it's not potent enough. And he's gonna lean in and say, people that I'm dealing with are trying to find some way to break a very powerful magic. But this wouldn't have been capable of it. But I sent a couple people into West Lineth. Never ended well for them, but I know those damned elves have. Those damned elves have one. He's going to take the scroll and say, "I'll buy it off you for a trinket." Pointing to the first two shelves.
No, thank you.
I don't think you have anything that we would actually trade for that. That's not going to get us off. We're just going to hold on to that.
He hands it back to you. You don't want to trade. You don't want to trade like a 8,000 gold item for like a four silver trinket. It doesn't seem worth it to you guys.
Surprisingly enough, no. It's so weird.
So I take the scroll and I say, guys, I think Altus should be the person to have this, as much as I dislike saying that.
I mean, I have Dispel Magic as like one of the things I can cast. Not as strong as that, but...
Yeah, those trained in Arcana can roll a free Arcana check.
I'm trained in Arcana, yeah.
I could use it.
I've dabbled, but I'm not actually proficient.
Yeah, I know Celebrus is trained in Arcana. Is Altus trained in Arcana?
Yeah, I'm trained in Arcana.
Okay, go ahead and roll that check for free.
What are we checking? Sorry.
You are entitled to a free Arcana check, discussing the item that
God damn it.
Yeah, an 18 on that. That's great. Alright, so Netra is going to know, just having a little bit of experience with removing curses. Although, and Isium's definitely going to know this, just being a little studied in magic. Although you are capable of casting Dispel Magic, some spells, especially higher level curses like Imprisonment or Wish, or things of that nature, can only be done with like Remove Curse or Dispel Magic if they are cast in like a 9th level slot. Just like them like rolling and beating the check on the spell doesn't always break the extra layer of incantations and magical wards put in place to protect spells like that.
I know what's going on. God damn it.
I figure we can probably break one piece of the thing. At best, we can break one piece of the machine, keeping us here. And even then, at the most opportune time only.
But yeah,
right.
let's. I'll let you guys keep talking, but whenever you're done, that's where we're ending.
Is Celebrus going to tell me about the blindness?
Yeah. No, Netra's over. Netra, take a look at her. This blindness is definitely not natural. I can't make a full identify of it.
Okay.
And it's not a disease or some kind of poison doing it.
Then I'm gonna head over and like ask her about it. Be like, or make an Arcana check on it, I guess.
Since I'm helping explain what I've figured out already, would that be with advantage?
Yeah, you can roll it with advantage. I mean, you can pretty much assume though it's probably a curse if it's not disease. She wasn't born with it. And
then I'll cast Remove Curse.
All right.
Tell me if she feels any change.
Remove Curse does not make you roll against it. That's interesting. Yeah, so Remove Curse, you're going to break this spell, afflicting her. And for the first time, like, she's gonna, like, just kind of blink and just, she's gonna put up her hands. And even though it's only dim light in here, like, it is blinding to her. As she, like, you actually see her irises, like, moving and her pupils kind of, like, adjusting.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, take it slow.
Yeah, and she's gonna say,
it'll be a lot.
As, she can officially see. And, she's gonna say, what did you... Oh my... By the gods! As Netra, like, comes into vision, she's gonna say, you're... blue?
Celebris is going to kneel down next to the girl. So you can see us finally.
I
was gonna say, like, at least, hopefully,
the blind girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's not blind.
Oh, great.
If it can fit Dad, it'll fit me.
I'm the one who always talked about killing you.
But if had I known that sooner, I would have helped you a little bit sooner. My apologies. I had to say it to the girl.
And she's just gonna, like, start looking around and say, and, you know, this area is gonna be, like, pretty, dirty, but, you know, still, like...
It's beautiful to her.
Yeah, exactly. And she's gonna say, wow, is this brown? Looking at the, grime and, dirt on the, floor.
Alright.
She is, excited, and that's a good place to, end.
One more thing.
Yes.
I was gonna ask if I can hear the grandpa rambling, like sounding incoherent or whatever.
No, he's reading right now. Just kind of droning on.
Because the next time I want to like do a medicine, because I'm skilled in medicine, so I want to make a medicine check, see if I can.
Okay.
Give him some sort of.
Yeah, Celebris will mention after we're done with this. We can do it next session, though.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna end there for the night. God, good session. Sorry, that combat wasn't really even planned. It's just like, well, you know, I guess they're just gonna see the party now. You guys survived it though. I'll give you experience for defeating Medavo. You didn't defeat Feicho. Yeah, but you know, hey, she's still there. Other than that, let's see, what else did you guys do tonight? So I told you guys every section of town has a way for you to get out, and it was just, you know, deciding which one you wanted to do and pursue. You guys so far have accepted 2 out of the 4 or 3 out of the 4. I don't remember all the. Oh, you're at 2 out of the 4. And then
let's go for all 4, guys. Let's go for all 4.
Yeah.
Brandon, is it bad that I figured out what you're doing? What this whole situation is?
I don't think you have, but if you know, you can guess on stream real quick.
I'll wait till stream ends and I'll say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to do it privately or do you want to do it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I don't think you have, because like still not enough information's been revealed. But
they're gonna use. If you want me to say it now, I will. My guess, at least.
Go ahead.
The demons want to use the level 9 dispel magic to free the friend that's currently holding up the sea shield in Isildred at the moment, since they were captured by the bad guys unwillingly.
And so they would get control, they would free their friend all in one fell swoop.
And destroy the city.
But if there were demons to do that with.
There are demons. We know there are, considering there's a demon.
Isildred.
Well,
Only the one, right?
The Death Knight serves one.
Right.
He's the contributor of the pack.
So every greater demon that you guys have encountered in Ilderon has had the title added, the preface onto their name, Fian. One of the first demons in the world, being Fianthros. And then Group 1 encountered a demon named Fian Iraala. And then the demon that they have bound there is named Fian Dodel, that they have binded there. Yisel is just a person. There is no Fian Yisel, as far as you guys are aware.
Alright, then the other guess I have, if that's not the case, is they want to use it to tear down the border between the planes so they can get back into the material plane.
Yeah, you have a good idea, because Drabier told you he is trading with people who want to use that scroll to break powerful, binding magic. And you guys know who those people are. They're the historians. So obviously they want to do something with it. You also know the historians traded their souls to demons, too.
Oh, they could be trying to break the contract.
That is a possibility. Yeah.
I didn't realize they were trading with historians.
Yeah, that's where...
I would say, at this point, it's like, we're not really betraying them. It's more like, oh, we found an alternative path, so we no longer need your candle. Now you can actually save your candle. So actually, this helps us all in the long run.
I already took out my bingo. The party reneges on a deal.
Brendan, you're being requested to show the full bingo card.
Oh, okay. Let's see. The full bingo card, if I can get it.
So how close were we to a bingo tonight?
We were pretty close. Here we go. We'll turn off the live chat widget, and then we'll move it over here. We were pretty close. We were 2 emotional breakdowns by NPCs. Well, let's see. Dusty had a mental breakdown with his drugs.
We would have gotten the mental breakdown. I think
Netra drawing weapons counts as a mental breakdown dealing with Altus, and then Lathy had an emotional breakdown. Had an emotional breakdown at the end there, getting cured. So if you
that was me being defensive. That was me being me.
I will circle that because I'll have to review and see if anybody else had mental breakdowns. Medavo was betrayed by his best friend in Isildred.
Yeah,
and
that actually
had a mental breakdown.
Yeah. So that would be bingo. Altus damages allies more than enemies.
Mentally.
Yeah, emotionally damaging his relationship between... you made more friends with Medavo than you made with your party this session.
You know what? Also, if it makes you feel better, you made a friend of Dusty because you shared drugs.
He did dominate person on Dusty, but he didn't successfully dominate person on Medavo, did he?
No, he didn't. Yeah, that's why I was like...
No, it's my bad. I was gonna make him eat his own hand. Because there's nothing preserving that.
The party reneges on a deal. 3 emotional breakdowns by NPCs or players. Celebrus loses his patience. Physical violence to steer the party.
Willow's making the point that I forgot the shopkeeper's name.
Yeah.
I think I missed that one. I wasn't paying attention for that.
He's a shopkeeper.
You know what? Goals were made. We got a bingo, boys.
I commend everybody on remembering the story. You debated for 20 minutes, not 30, and nobody forgot who Lydia was. There was a moment... Oh, that's other experience. Isuriel. You guys have talked to her. She is the person in charge of the security for the historians. And you mentioned...
She sucks at her job.
Yeah, you mentioned Makana to her, and she did not care. And and that was revealed to be Asuriel Lyrel this session. Nobody asked, wait, why doesn't she care about us? So I kind of expected that. Yeah, that's, did anything... Oh, Periphas, was a servant of Yissel. He was the one who was very angry when you guys first got to, Calcrest. He
hates us. He hates me and Dusty, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Xenophon has been the, mage you guys have been interacting with. Nobody's talked with Periphas yet. You guys just know he exists. I'm going to, say for tonight, 3,200 experience.
Yay!
Oh, please, wait.
And, next session...
3,200.
Yeah.
Can I get an inspiration?
Oh, yeah, inspiration for Lumencrax, and inspiration for Icium. Like, really good on Icium tonight of just, like, I'm pretty good at talking to people. Maybe I should try that. And, doing it and actually, like, succeeding 2 encounters with it. Yeah. I'll also give the party 100 bonus experience for mending things with, Lil Harin. Lil Harin needed to get space away from you guys to recover mentally. And then once she did, she started working again. 404, restart your Lil Harin.
Needed to be away from Altus. Hey, you know what, Altus? If we ever want to get high together, we got those special bombs now.
Lil Harin
she needed to be away from me.
is extremely smart if you guys use her smartness. But otherwise,
maybe for the break. So either we break into the Tower of Happiness, or we break into the elves.
So in total, I'm going to end this video with your guys' experience, and then we can chit chat. In total for tonight, your experience is 3,300, and your next session is going to be on the the 22nd. That is actually Thanksgiving, so we can yeah, we'll talk in the group chat about rescheduling if you guys want to, or we can just not play that week. I was kind of hoping you guys would either teleport to Group B or teleport to Group D this session, and then we just do a joint session on that week of why we would have.
I would love that so much.
But tonight was just doing drugs and trying to catch a dirty sewer midget.
I don't think we were going to leave just yet. I thought we were going to
throwing everyone off track. Not sorry.
Guys, if we don't want to play on the next session because it's Thanksgiving,